today we are going to talk about a lot of things. And as mentioned, we have our guest speaker. Yes, our guest speaker. So I'll let her introduce herself to us.
Okay. I'm Victoria Owusu-Ansah, creative head of Spot On Millinery and Accessories. I think I met a number of you at Abeka the last time. I saw you. I saw you. Yes, we came to get some products after the class. Yes, it's true. So today we are going to talk about a lot of things. I mean, people spend time in school. These are like courses that run, but I'm just going to touch on each of them. I mean, we have just about 2 hours to spend here. Okay. So first of all, surviving this reality show. Before I move on, I want to find out how long you've been in millinery. Maybe you did millinery as a hobby for 2 years. You realize I have to monetize it after that. Otherwise, you'll be in trouble. So I want to know before we move. So we'll start from here. How long have you been in millinery? 10 years. 8. Okay. So did you start off as a business or you did it as a hobby and then or you just went straight? So okay. 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 So take it as a full-time job. Okay. 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 So how long? 10 years and more. Okay. Please what about you? Okay. 5 years. 6 years. Okay. Please how long? 2 years. Okay. How long have you been? Mm. As in full time. Okay. 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 Come again. 3 years. All right. Less than a year. Okay. 5 years. 6, 7, 10. Wow. 10, 10 years. And 5 years. Okay. And all right. Okay. So looks like most of us are seniors. So you may know most of the things that I'm going to talk about. But what this session is trying to do is to reinforce the things that we have experienced, the knowledge that we have acquired. Um, the Bible says that in the multitude of counsel, there's safety. I mean, there are things that you've heard, but you just need this moment to say that, okay, this is it. You take it and then you start running with it. So surviving this reality show, there's 10,000 CDs at stake. And then it's going to test a lot of things about you. First of all, time management. That is very important. On Monday, I was watching the live broadcast on Instagram and I could hear 21 minutes, just 15 minutes. I couldn't help but laugh. Okay. And then emotional intelligence. We all have our different temperaments. We are coming from different backgrounds. So someone may do something that you're not so amused about. How are you going to take it? Aside that, the rules and regulations, you may not, some may not sit so well with you, but it's going to test all that. The next thing is going to test is your ability to work under pressure. And that one is very important. Pressure reveals a lot of things about you. You may naturally be a calm person, but once we put you under pressure, then we start seeing things. The next thing is your response to feedback. So whatever feedback you are going to receive here, we call it constructive feedback. It's just to help you get better. It's just to reveal certain things to you. What you are doing may not necessarily be a bad thing, but there may be another efficient way of doing it, or let's say a cheaper, or let's say a shorter time of doing it. Okay. So I want to encourage you when you are giving feedback, don't take it as a personal attack. Okay. Use that feedback as data. to improve yourself. And I was telling Abella before the section that I don't think there's there's a winner and then the rest are it's a win for everybody. It's a win for everybody. If you don't make it to the next level, I think as you are walking away, you may not walk away with a grand prize, but you walk away with knowledge and skills that nobody can take from you. It's with you. Okay. So I'll start off by saying that in this millinery business, from training, you need to thrive. So as you've gotten this, what do you do with it? You need to compete strategically. You need to move on from the training that you have acquired, and then move on with it. I watched the video. I can't really remember that was TikTok or YouTube. Somebody said they buy the courses. After watching them, they don't practice. They don't do anything with it. Then one day they get an order and then they are panicking. So so then what they use? You buy the course, you don't practice, just watch. You don't practice, you don't even make money out of the course that you have watched to make up for the money that you spent to buy the course. Nabella is very generous with the courses that she's doing. And sometimes they probably because I tried other places and oh my god, it wasn't cheap like that. So we need to move on from that level and position. Now everybody should have a strategy of competing, and you need to brand yourself intentional. You should be intentional about certain things. Sometimes at the end of the day, it's money that we are looking for. Okay, so some work with the mindset that as to how I get the money, if I have to roll, if I have to do this, but at a certain point, not at a certain point, maybe from the onset, you have to be intentional about certain things. Okay. And then you have to scale beyond. So after this show, as I said, it's a win for everybody. So you have to scale. I believe that for some of us, it's a launching pad. You know, is it what they call tambourine? You jump on it and then it moves you. Yes, that is what okay. That is what it's supposed to do for us here. Okay. And Nabella, we have a huge task after this. I'm saying that after a year, we need to find each and every single person here and follow up on their progress, what they've done here. Yes. And it will be a testimony for others, to be a form of inspiration or encouragement for other people. Okay. So, have you ever found yourself in a situation where not yourself, but maybe you find somebody, maybe a barber, a braider, somebody very talented, skillful, and the person is in a corner somewhere, almost not recognized, a seamstress or a tailor, and you wonder why? And personally, I like to work with such people. Like I'm always on the lookout or hunting for such skillful people. When I was in school at Lagos, there was this braider at Medina. She was just perching in front of some very good braider. If she does your kinky braids like Madame's hair for you, you can have it for weeks. And I was a student, and I was as at that, I was wondering why she was there, and it's like Debiana Sawaya Mobo, sorry for those who don't speak to, like she always looks sad and she's sitting in the corner and she's very skillful. And as I was sitting there, she was going, I was thinking, can't she do this? Can't she come and do room service in our hostel? Can't she? I was just thinking, coming up with, and then I think on one visit I tried suggesting to her and she gave me 1 million excuses why she cannot do that. So I just let her be. But this is business. For some are saying I'm officially this, which means that you are sort of combining or you were combining millennial with something else. Okay. So for those who are combining millennial with something like what I was doing or I'm still doing. Yes. So maybe you have a mainstream job, a corporate job, the millennial is on the side. So whether you make the profit or you don't make the profit, you are okay. And some when clients come and misbehave, you don't follow up on your money and all that. But I tell you, it is this same millinery that people have used to travel, been on international platforms, done a lot of things with it. Okay. So if you are combining it, treat it as a business. So let's say I think there was a moment in my life that I decided to take it up like as a full-time job. My story is very complex. I don't want to go into that. But I've just been doing it like milling and then something else, milling and something else. Okay. I wanted to be a fashion designer, but my dad was not in support of it. It's a very long story. There's always been one main lane and then milling you on this side. But one day I told him that, I'll get all the certificates for you. I'll do the corporate jobs for you to make you happy. But let me express myself in this way. And truly, we are all matured women here. After marriage, childbirth, complications, you need to take a step back. And the millennium was there for me. I remember my second child, just before I went to the hospital, I deleted the fascinator. The sad part is that the person never paid till date, you see. But it was there, it was something that kept me moving. And when I get so drown in other things and I don't express myself in a creative manner, I feel guilty. Hey, it's like I've done something very bad. If if maybe there's no order or I'm not creating anything, there should be something fashion that I'm doing. You get it? When I was on campus, I was selling stuff. I was selling bags. I was selling shoes. So it's I'm on the run doing something. I can't be idle. It's like I said, time is money. Why should I be sitting there? I'm not doing anything. So let's treat it as a serious business. And then we should move beyond the training and the skill level. Okay. So, like I mentioned, it's just to this session is going to reinforce us survive the pressure and then give us some form of visibility and growth. So visibility, I'll touch on it into details in the latter part. But aside being a millionaire, you are also an entrepreneur. So that's what like the entrepreneurial journey. Who is an entrepreneur? We are here, we've heard it over and over and over. Let's just brainstorm a bit. Who is an entrepreneur? Okay.
So someone creates job
Okay.
by using his talents or
Mhm.
skills.
Okay. All right. Whatever skills they have. Any other idea? So for my entrepreneurial training, I there are characteristics of an entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur is also somebody who has like just like what she said, you have an idea, then you decide to use that idea to provide a solution to a problem. And by so doing, you create jobs, you do other things. So maybe from the initial stages, you start as a solo person. So let's say you are the business owner, you are the secretary, you are the cleaner, you are sometimes you even do the delivery, the marketer, you are the model, you do everything. But as you expand, you begin to delegate. Okay. So as a millionaire, this is a question I'm throwing to you. As a millionaire, what problem are you solving? I attended an interview and they asked me that question. And that was what opened the door for me to be part of that particular program. What problem are you solving? It's true that we are wearing hats, we are wearing things, and sometimes when you go somewhere and you say this is the work you do, people don't really sort of appreciate it. Uh-huh. So, what problem are we solving? Fashion deficit. Okay, explain further.
As in the people who are looking at turning out an event.
Yes, a certain way. Yes.
So providing the necessary for them
Mhm.
solves that issue.
Yes.
Some also want they're not really having probably good hairstyles.
Mm-hmm.
They need to step out. So the equity
Mm. Yes, like what she's saying. I went to exhibit at a program at APSA. When I went to set up at the British Council, nobody was coming to my desk. When they come, they'll go to the juice seller, they'll go to they'll go to the share butter people. It's like they are solving problems. And then I was just standing there and sometimes the organizers walk to the vendors, what are you doing this? I said, I brought a lot of bad hair day solutions. So they so the man said, okay. So we went inside the auditorium for a brief session and they mentioned, he said, oh, this lady brought it. And I was wearing one of my stuff, my turbans. Brought a lot of bad. Now come and see that they were coming. It's like they've seen the thing, but they've actually not thought of it in that sense. So what problem are you solving? One, there are people that everything about them is their image. Their image pays them. Yes, so they invest a lot in their looks from everything, the cosmetics they use, and if they can't afford to show up at places looking a certain way, we will make it news, we'll make them trend. Now, because of smartphones, you are somewhere minding your business, but the next thing you know, somebody has taken a video of you and posted. So there are such people. So if you are inviting them for a wedding or something, you've given them a major task. Yesterday, I met one woman like that in her house. She said she's going for Holy Child homecoming, and and I don't know how they are supposed to show up, but she said that they have different print, like how their house dress, they have different colors. So I think the plan is that maybe you wear a fascinator or a head something that matches that exactly. And then during her time, she wore all the colors. I think there are about 4 or 5 colors. She wore all the colors. So what is she going to do? So now I have to sit with her and discuss with her that okay, so this is a general color, so we can have to do yes, do a combination, come up with a multicolored fascinator. You get it? And that woman, she's a big woman, so she can't afford to show up and look and say, "We her mates will talk about her." You get it? So you can look at it from different angles. There are so many problems that we are solving. We yeah, understand. Yes, I understand what you are saying. So this is me. This is how I show up. If I put this black and yellow fascinator on my head, I'm a different person. Yes. Hey, it's like you start looking at me as a certain way. Yes. To a certain style. so so that's another problem that we are also solving. Okay. So, as an entrepreneur, first is your skill, your mindset, discipline, and consistency. So it's like a collection of things. So your mindset, you need to have a certain level of mindset. That I mentioned one earlier. Oh, it's a side gig, so I can underprice. I'm okay. I'm not looking for money. But somebody will also say that this is a do or die affair. I have resigned from my job. I cannot meet my work colleagues a year later and be looking a certain way. So this is it. I'm coming. And then discipline. Discipline is mm, trying to how do you call it? Put in all the effort, do all the right things to make sure that you are doing well. But let's be honest, sometimes you are disciplined for 2 days and the rest of the days, that is it. Our workstations, let's be honest. What should I do? I mean, when we try looking for stuff, you can't find them. So one day you get up and you put your place in order. Perfect. You take pictures, you are so happy. You wish people could see how your space is looking. How long are you going to keep that space in order? So discipline and consistency are two key things. You can be disciplined, but for a short period. But you need to be consistent, for you to be able to get the benefit of the discipline. You understand? Okay. So as I was saying, you need to have a problem solving mindset. It changes a lot of things. People don't think about things a certain way. I i have a sage green fascinator in my stuff right now. Somebody ordered it. I don't want to go into details, but the long and short story is that the client never came for it. Okay. So now I've spent on this thing. I made a mistake. I didn't take money before. I pre-financed it because it was a referral from somebody that I have a very good relationship with. And for that person and I, it's not about money. I mean, money is the last thing. She will even pay you and give you something for your children as well. I mean, she will go places, travel, see things and buy. So if such a person has recommended somebody to you, I mean, so I said, why not? I took the order, then plenty things happened. So I had still have the order, the fascinator there. Then I need my money back. I posted it. Nothing is happening. So one of the days I put under it, sage green is a rare color. In fact, it's very, and that's true. Before I came up with that design, I had to roam. I went to Accra, like almost TB crowd that they've not heard the color before. So eventually I had to come to Auntie Helena Tabeka. She's the mother of all. So she saved me. So she had to sit up me and then the tree feather. And I chose the tree feather. And I said, sage green is a rare color. It's difficult to find. Don't wait till you desperately need it. Then people started thinking about it and said, what shade is that? Isn't it mint? I said, no, this is not mint. Mint looks different. This is okay. No, it's like suddenly it's like I've sparked up some form of interest or conversation about it. You see. And somebody is interested in buying now after that, I'll attend to that person. And then you need to start seeing opportunities in everyday problems. So aside the crafting, there are other things, opportunity things that you can go into. Um, I'll not say much, but just go into it, think about it, reflect, and decide other opportunities that you can hang on or grab in millinery. And now things are changing. Social media is the order of the day. The way social media has taken over now reminds me of when I left completed SHS. That was when IT had come, like computer basic type, that kind of thing. Then everybody was going to NIT, everybody was going to IPMC. Yes. I remember one day I was just in the house doing that. One day I told my dad that I also want to go for some of the computer classes. My dad, and he was like a prophet. He told me that the way this thing is coming, a time will come, like the way this thing has entered the whole space, a time will come, you don't need classes to learn it. It will just be a skill that everybody will know. So when IT came, people jumped onto it, and then a lot of people programming, what. People made money out as graphic designing, people made money out of it. But there are some people who are stuck in their ways. They refuse to learn, they refuse to upgrade. And nobody sacked them. The system just gave up on them. Like there's a space that you can't fit in anymore. So I read on a certain platform, and there's a certain woman. She makes a lot of beautiful things. She's not on social media, but she's cashing out big. Fine. It's not everybody that can be on social media. Okay, but for those of us who know about it and there are on certain platforms, let's make the best out of it. Me, I don't operate a brick and mortar, which means I don't have a shop, but I work. I'm working every day. I buy, or sometimes when the orders come up, it's like I have to run and then to the rescue, Nabella will come in. Or sometimes it's like maybe I have to be somewhere, I'm not available, then I have to be pushing the orders somewhere. But I've never operated in a public space. All is social media, from WhatsApp status, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I wasn't so, but I decided to, try that space and see. Recently, I heard that people are catching out big on Snapchat, but for some reason, I don't know why I don't want to be there. It's not so attractive to me. But let's make the best out of it. People have testimonies about how social media has turned their businesses around. Okay. Now, the next big question: what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? I don't want to mention names of brands, but when you mention a particular name, you know that, oh, this is a luxury, whatever. When we mention another brand, you know that, oh, this person is a mixture of this and that. And I know, oh, this person does a lot of bridal stuff. That's his or her specialization. This person is into royalties, like he he or she is into making hats or fascinators for the royal family. So as you are here, what do you want to be known for? As you are learning the skill, or you've learned the skill, you've been using it for a while, a time will come that you need to flourish in one of those areas. Like you pick it and say that, okay, this is it. Maybe some people are good with making tiaras. It comes easily to you. For some people, it's not. It's very difficult. So you can specialize and say that this is my area, and you are going to be known for it. Although you'll be doing other things. When you say that Bella, everybody's going to say something. What comes to your mind? Luxury. Mhm. What else? Unique pieces, uniqueness. And what else? Okay, training, creativity. Just dream it. She'll make it appear. She'll make it appear for you. There was this this time that I came here, she had made something for someone that is like it has a light. So the fascinator has light to, like, how Christmas we light up. The fascinator has the light like that. So depending on where you go, you can turn it on and to shine it, and then you turn it off. So you can because such avant-garde fascinating, yeah. So it can be say that this is your specialty, like you do statement pieces. There are a whole lot. Some are known for bridal pieces. Some are also known for we call leather works. Yes, like uh, okay, yeah. I don't want to mention names of brands. Yes, so we call it niche. Like yes, you can't exactly. So a specialized segment of the market, or yes, it's a target group that you want to work with. I realize that most of us have experience 2 years, 5 years, and above. You have encountered people. So maybe your new strategy for this business is that you want to work with a certain, these are the group of people that I want to work with. I mean, although the others will come, but these are the people that you want to move with. And then maybe you can decide to group your customers into groups. I will touch on it later. So the niche is something like Toyota. They have the Vitz, the Corolla, those like they are regular cars. But immediately you see Lexus, you know that it's a certain kind of people that are going. Nissan too, they have their regular cars. When you say Infinity, then so you can also decide to be that kind of person. It's the same for Samsung as well. They have their regular phones, and then they have the luxury ones as well. So for your assignments, I don't know if I'll come back again, but I need you to take note of this. You need to come up like with your signature style. You see a design, and then sometimes without even going to look at the name beneath it, you know that this is where it's coming from. Sometimes you see clothes like that. You see some embroideries that, oh, it's from this lady, it's from these people. So like a signature style. I've mentioned it, your target market, and then your price range. Luxury, mid range, affordable. There are people who believe in numbers, the masses. Whichever range you choose, It's good, but you need to assess yourself, look at where you find the market, where you find yourself, and decide to choose where you want to be. Maybe you are a very important person in your church. So, by way of influence, you can take a lot of orders. I mean, when an event is coming, maybe you are some kind of mamiji or something. So, when the order is coming, just grab it. You have a choir of 1,000 people. Maybe an event is coming up. They all need to wear a fascinator or something. And you can't say that you are going to charge them maybe 1,000 cedis. How many of the choristers realistically can afford 1,000 cedis? So you need to come up with a product, beautiful, nice, yet affordable. So you need to look around you and then decide to choose a niche for yourself. Don't say that you train with this person or this person is working and producing beautiful pieces for a celebrity, so you want to be there. Or I mean, that person who's making stuff for the celebrity, just didn't get there. But you need to, start from somewhere. Okay, so just look around you, your environment. Some people, by virtue of their network, can start off from, let's say, a luxury line. Let's say this person maybe has been a banker for years. So her network is at a certain level. Maybe she was a retail banker or she was a relationships manager for a certain big bank and she was there for a certain number of years. So she has the contact of all these big people. And then one day, this woman walks into the bank and her favorite relationships manager has resigned. She'll call you. I went, I didn't see you, or you've not been calling me for, or where are you? Oh, I've resigned now. I'm doing my own business. This. They'll come and support you. And when there's such a person, I have one client like that. It's like a Busian Chenfa, which means that when she's coming with her mother, her sister, her daughters, and then it's like anybody who sees it, like when she's wearing something, they say, oh, it's nice, and then she's buying one for you. There are people like that. Okay, so go and assess yourself, your environment, and then craft a niche for yourself. Further into the pricing, you don't price blindly. You go and see that somebody is charging a certain headpiece for 3,000. You say, hey, isn't it the same feathers that we are using? Isn't it the same cinnamon that we are using? How come me, I'm charging 600 or 550? You there, you've taken it well covered, charging 3,000. I don't know. Maybe the person is operating from a certain environment. There are chandeliers and things hanging in her shop. Yes, cost of operation. There are so many things that are going into her production. Maybe she has a website, she has this, she have a staff capacity of a certain number. So you also need to think carefully before you price. I'm not saying you should be cheap, but we have the direct cost and then the indirect cost. So what goes into it? Your experience also comes in, how long you've been in the time, everything comes together to to enable you come up with a price. So the direct cost will be like cost of materials, the time you invested in creating the piece. And then we have the indirect costs like the rent, the electricity, you know, other things. You have stuff that you have to pay, your skill, your experience, your creativity, your brand positioning. And also, for me, I tell myself that being able to figure out the materials, like you see a headpiece, you should be able to figure out what has the material that has gone into it. That alone is 50% of the work done. If you're not able to figure out, you will struggle. You think that is something, you go and use it, and then the outcome looks different. So for me, I have that time. My sister always tells me that this is your work, I can't do it at all. It's like, so you have this time to talk to that. I say, yes, I need to let the person understand. So then maybe the person will bring a silk abaka design. So you need to let the person understand. Don't assume, don't think for the client. be plain. A silk abaka design. Now we have silk abaka here. Some years back, one day I remember I combed the whole of Makola and I went to the woman who used to, I said to woman, she used to sell at Makola. I don't know if she's still there. I said silk abaka. And then I don't know. Like she has not heard it before. I said, hey, where am I going to find this thing? And it was like just a few people who were using it and looked like they had international connections, whether they travel and buy it or they import. Well, now silk abaka is quite common, and people don't know what it's made of. So me, I'll tell you immediately. You send me the style. It's like this is this fascinator is made of silk abaka. Silk abaka is a luxurious. I'll bolden it. I'll let you understand, so that when I give you the price, you not make me look like I'm funny. Then sometimes they'll say I- I'll not even. It's a luxurious brand, whatever material. This. So if I'm to make it, this is how much it will cost. Then other alternatives. You can use this, you can use this, you can use leather, you can use feathers, you can use fabric, satin, or how do you call that? Velvet, yes. Raw silk, yes. And this is so I'll just give you the other options and I'll give you the price for each of them. Now the ball is in your court. You will have to choose. Understand? So for me, when I'm going to present my final product, it's like a project work. Like I'm like a chatter was like I'm defending it. So this is my work. Uh-huh. So like this is it. This is it. So by the time the client has made up her mind, I mean, if the client is coming back to act funny, then you know that you are not the problem because you've done your part. You have explained everything. Okay. So the other thing is that producing within a short time does not mean that the item should be or the product should be cheap. And even you being able to determine that you can produce this fascinator under 2 hours. Me, I'll not tell you that I can do it under 2 hours, but you should. Somebody will come. Somebody can call me at 2 a.m. In my circle, I work with a lot of pastors' wives and all that. One moment they are going to cut a cake here and then sometimes they are very busy or they forget or people don't send them the invitation on time and they have a relationship such that they cannot say they won't go and they can't show up anyway to or depending on the relationship you can't also say that I'm wearing any color. You have to dress with the color that they've given you. Somebody can call me at 2 a.m. I'm going for a wedding at 10. But I need to be here at this. So by 8 a.m., my driver will be at your gate to pick up the fascinator. I'll let you understand. We are working within a very short time. It's tight. And this is what I have. Like, I'll not give you the room to be choosing things, saying, no, we don't have that luxury of time. This is what I can do. This is what I have. And one thing that the niche I crafted for myself at the initial stage was express fascinators because nobody knew me. Now we have social media. Then even social media was not so business friendly, like it was more of personal stuff. So it was after a while that you could even create business pages and stuff like that could advertise your craft. So nobody knew me. So I walk up to people. I said, this is what I do. I branded, then I had this small car. I branded my car. And then I, talk to people about what I do. So what will let people be convinced that I can actually do what they want because the 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 people who used to wear fascinators in the olden days, they really understand the industry and then they know what they want. And for all you know, they have people that they've worked with for 10 years and above. Somebody told, hey, me, I have my personal mailing now. What am I going to do so differently that she should leave that person to come to me? So what I did was express whatever. So within a short time, then so this particular woman that I had to deliver at 8 a.m., I delivered. And she received a lot of compliments. So from one referral to another. That was how come people got to know. And one person said that for you to have been to be able to deliver this piece within this short time, you got everything right. I'm staying with you, and that was it. So that was the niche that I crafted for myself at the beginning stage. But I was able to sit down and strategize that these are the kind of fascinators I can create at the 2 hours, less than an hour, and this. And I went to buy those plastic containers, the transparent one, the big one, and I stocked up materials into it. So just a phone call, like different colors, this, I bought the dyes and things. Just a phone call or WhatsApp away. I'm working. That was what I did. Okay. Now, another thing is knowing your customers. I've said it earlier, but for you to be able to make things easy, maybe you should classify your customers, maybe the A group, the B group, the C group. I have clients that have tagged, I trust your judgment. They they need to show up at places, but they don't have time. What is new? What is there to analyze things? They'll tell me how they feel. Victor, I need to show up at this place. I want to make a statement. I want everybody to look at me. I want this, and I know where we are going. I trust your judgment. The color is good. Feel free. When you give me, you tell me to work that way. I mean, I go all out, and you'll be very impressed with the outcome. So, and that same person, or another person will come. Oh, I need a fascinator. Oh, this one, just something simple. They'll just tell me how I feel, and then we are moving. There are these other ones too. They like nice things. Anything they see, they want some. But they can negotiate off all your profits. It's like they are just giving you money to go to town to buy the materials and make the thing for them. So you know such people, so such we don't even show certain designs to them. I mean, if they don't see it, you don't show it to them. If they go and find it and they bring it, let them understand that fascinators are not cheap. Let them understand. Because if you don't let them understand, it will become very complex at the end. Mhm. Another thing is record keeping. It seems it's a major problem, and we need to deal with it. We need a whole day to discuss. Record keeping is important too. You need to keep your records. At the end of the year, I mean, I've participated in all these programs, and sometimes, like the way 10,000 CDs is at stake here, like sometimes they'll give you a grant, but before they give you that money, you need records of five years, 2 years, this. Well, it's important. At a point you will need it. Even if, let's say, you're not interested in going for a grant or applying for anything, for yourself, to assess yourself, to know that you are making progress. So the whole of last year, how many pieces did you sell? How much money came in? What profits did you make? Is it worth it? Is it worth spending your time and your energy in this space? You need it for yourself. There was a time that one lady approached me, and she was like, she works, she gets orders, but at the end of the week, she's tired. She feels that she knows that she has worked, but she can't boast of anything. Why? And she's a very nice person, like a people's person. So she's able to get to rally people around her to buy and all that. What was she doing? She was underpricing, and she sat down, did a whole record of that. She realized that she also resigned from corporate and came full time. She realized that her money that she had saved up for stuff is what she has been using to make fascinators for people. And then she was surprised that she had just started and so many people were coming to her. The prices were cheap. So she came to ask again. So maybe when you give a price and then you go to the market and you realize that you have underpriced, how do you come back and solve this issue? I said that, you know what? She seems you look very excited about this whole thing, but you need to take your time and draw a plan. But first of all, let your clients know that fascinators are not cheap. Get it into their heads, because if you sell it cheap now, the only reason why they are coming back again is because it is cheap, and they'll go and talk about you a certain way. So when they come back and then they are not getting it at that cheap price anymore, then they'll start complaining. Oh my God, so like you are now on top, this. So from the onset, let them understand that it's not cheap. And then start with the prices. When they go round, round, and they know what they are getting value from, they'll still come back to you. So for the record keeping is very important. It's I was in an interview and somebody asked me how many pieces have you sold. So I think it was media or so. And I had to, sort of think. And then the man was like, "Hey, so I tried to tell me that you don't know how many pieces." It's like I was now even going on my social media to, check how many pictures I've posted. And truth be told, it's not even all my things that I post, because I have some clients who tell me that, sorry, I don't take pictures of my thing. I have such agreement with those people. They don't take pictures of my product, this, for whatever reason. I respect that. So far as I'm getting my money, it's okay with me. Okay. So I want to leave a quote here that if you don't track your money, you're not running a business. It's still a hobby. You need to track your money. Now, um, somebody may be generous enough. I mean, some people will be generous. Oh, you are doing well. I want to invest in your business. And they'll give you money. They'll just give you the money and then they'll walk away. There are people some people who are complex like that. Recently, I went somewhere and then there was a bare land just there, and that the weather in that space too is very good. So I said, let's use it for a farm. So I went to see the landowner. Said that, please, your land, we've been taking care of it for some time, but it's just bad. Do you intend developing it in the near future? I said, oh, he doesn't have any plan for it, so I should just be there. So, okay, can we use it for a farm? He said I should go and bring a proposal for the farm, yes. So there are people who are complex like that. I think if I'm able to sit down to do the proposal, it's a good one. He will give it to me. But he's doing that probably because of past experiences or whatever. Mhm. That he will give the land to you and then later come and tell him stories and stuff like that. Okay. So if you're not tracking or keeping records, you are not running a business, it's still a hobby now. Now a bit deeper into visibility. I mentioned social media, which cannot be taken out of the equation. Some years back, it was more of traditional media. So if you say traditional media, TV, radio, newspapers, and all those outlets. Have you seen a fascinator or advert on TV before, or heard it on radio? Mm, once a while. Mm, mm, okay. Mhm. For me, the few times I saw, it was not even it was not just fascinators. It was maybe a boutique. So like the dresses are the main things, like the shoes. Then they'll say, "Opa, your fraud chair." That's like for 3 seconds, and then yes, a boutique exactly 3 seconds. Then they move. And I think some time back I saw in the new, I think Mirror, graphic Mirror. Then usually they have as a page or pages for fashion. If yes, so the mid session, if maybe twice or so. I think they that one because they interview the Melina and then they put a few of your products and then they interview them. Yes. But now they are not the only ones who have taken over the airspace, the airways. Social media is there. So you have to be intentional about it. And it's work. Oh. it, it's a lot of work. I used to do I didn't like putting my face out there. I'm shy. It's this business that has made me bold a bit, but I'm really shy, so I don't want my face out there. So I really admire Nabella. She should sit in a chair and she should be doing stuff, and a whole lot of other people who are also doing that. So I told myself that okay, I'll put my face out there. I shot a few videos. I said, hey, this is a full-time job. Content creation. It's not easy. It's either you get people to model it for you, which will come at a cost, or you wear it yourself. But it's not easy because sometimes I don't know about you. I'm not in your workstation, but me, sometimes when I'm crafting, you come and see me, you run away like like the things that I'm wearing and all that. I can't easily wear a fascinator and take a video. So it's like I have to dress up for it. And as I've told, I do a lot of express fascinators. So after I finish crafting at 1 a.m., I'm now coming to dress up and take. And for me, coming on social media is like a major outing for me because more people even see you than you working out physically. So you can't also show up anyhow. So you realize that in this era that social media has become the main thing, people one are investing in their spaces. They are trying to make their spaces look nice so that when they take the video, the background is also nice. People are investing in their spaces. People are also investing in their looks. Yes, and the gadgets that they are using, their spaces, their looks, and then the gadgets that they are using. Because sometimes you realize that you've done a very beautiful job, you produce something very nice, but the phone, the quality of the phone or whatever you are using is not doing justice to it. And so my husband is a media person, so one day I was taking a video and I'm like, I'm serious. So she said, this is on top. He said, isn't it too dark? Then like he will help me to like come and pass the comment and then he will walk away. And so I told it I don't like that. If you say something, provide a solution to it, but don't just say it and go. Then it's okay, you need light, you need white, you need warm, you need this. Then like he was saying a lot of things. I said, okay, they help me buy some. Like I don't want to go to the market and go and buy, I might choose the wrong thing. So recommend or speak to your boy, somebody do something about it. He said, okay. Then one day said, Ish, this your mannequin is scaring me. That mannequin, I showed it to Nabella. She laughed that when I went out to throw it away. Then mannequins too was not so popular. Hey, we've come a long way. Oh. It also just started off. It's like you are really enjoying. We've come and sometimes after that I throw the mannequin away. So when I finish, I'll just be turning the thing. And people cannot even appreciate what you've done because it's not sitting on their head. The mannequin has a very big head, rounded, and the lips had faded. So I used red no nail polish to paint the lips and it wasn't so defined. When I go back, I'm going to delete all the pictures on my page. I just remembered. He said, this thing is scary. Oh." Like, so I thought he was joking with that. It's like when the mannequin is sitting on the table and he's passing, he just take it and put it under the table. I said, so he said that sometimes when he sees I've posted on social media, he wants to go and look at it. But when he remembers that the thing was scared, he doesn't look at it. So that was when I started thinking of faceless mannequins here. Faceless mannequins. So I invested in that one too for a while. Then later, Auntie Helen started bringing those styles. You know, the white one with the long neck like that. You see, that one is like some flex. When you put the thing on, it looks so nice. Yes. We started then some, I think the canvas that exactly the one with the two shoulders, then and now those ones look pretty. Some of them are really nice, nice ones now. Okay, so social media is a whole package on its own. It's a whole trading on its own. But these are some of the things that we can look at. Okay. Mhm. Now, emotional resilience. A lot of emotions goes on. For me, when I'm doing this, I'm doing it with passion. I used to when I started, and there was a time that a client rejected the work I did for her. I cried the whole night. I was like, am I that bad? I mean, is the work that bad? I was so emotional. My husband was like, this is how you're going to be crying. You just pack your things. I mean, go and concentrate on your job and stop this thing. How much are they paying you? This. But later I realized that, I mean, she had other issues and a whole lot of things happen. I'm sure you all have some fantastic stories to share. If we decide to take some of the experiences, the whole class will drag. But you need a lot of emotional intelligence, honestly. And I'm now on a certain campaign to best some myth. People generally have a poor perception about Ensanjuma, like things that you hand crap, yes. Yes, vocational skills. People generally have a poor perception about technical and vocational skills. Why? Also a long story. History, for various reasons. So I have one story after the other, one story after the other. There are clients that I've worked with for years and I've never met them. And I had this particular one. When she calls me, high tone is like she wants to shout at you, but it's not done anything. Like, you get it. But one day something funny happened and she said her driver usually picks up her things for me. I said, okay. She knows my office, she knows my house. So when I was done, she needed the thing on Saturday, but because of my work schedule, I finished on Thursday so that we have the whole of Friday to deliver, considering the complex nature of how things go. So Friday on my way to work, I told her that it's ready. The driver can pick up. No response. Later in the afternoon, she said, okay. I waited for the driver throughout the afternoon. No response. And I texted her again that I've closed. I'm going home. Is the driver coming? No response. I sat at my workplace for quite some time to see if the driver would come. And usually, one thing we should also know how to draw boundaries, like keep our limit. It never occurred to me to take the driver's number. I don't like that. I mean, I don't know the driver from anywhere. She's the one. It's because of her that, but I don't want to go to the extent of taking or having any other relationship with the driver. It's not nice. Sometimes we have to draw certain lines. Yes. So it was getting dark, and I went home. Immediately I got on. I opened the door to step out. My driver is at your office. Where are you?
Ah, that's
So
yeah. Yes.
and I said I'm home. How could I? She talked plenty. I didn't say a word. I could have also returned that energy, but we say customer is king. So I kept quiet. Yes, but you see, kings are supposed I don't want to go into details, but kings, behave a certain way. So she talked plenty. I said, the driver knows my house, so you should pick her. Hey, start the thing. Do I know her schedule? This, blah, blah. She told, I said, okay, fine. I will deliver myself tomorrow. I said she needs to leave at a certain. I said by 7 a.m. in the morning, I'll be at your house. Just send me the location. So she sent it. 6:30 a.m. I was at her gate, and even down for her to come out and everything. So eventually she came out. They gave me a place to sit. When she came and she met me, I didn't I also got up with the package, but something changed. Like she was nice, like extremely nice. Like I actually don't know what had changed.
Yes. Yes, that's how it was.
Yes. So so I did that demonstrate like she took so she wanted to do something to make up for all that had happened. Like, okay, demonstrate for me to see this. Then now she's like she's taking an interest in me. She wants to know why I'm doing this. Yes, yes, yes. So there are a lot of emotions attached to this work, and seriously. And if you decide to return every negative energy with the same way they are, I think at a point you go packing. I mean, I know someone like that. This thing there's just too much work. I can't handle it. And besides, the prices of the materials are not friendly. So why the bother? Okay. So those of us who have decided to stay, we need a lot of emotional intelligence. It's just one story after the other. And client disappointment, like this one who decided not to pick up her fascinator. There are a whole lot of things that can lead to client disappointment. So we need to check that. Does anybody has an experience to share? Please let her finish. Okay, she's mm. Yeah. Okay. 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 If it sees it should pay. Hey, just like that.
said it happened to me. So she called. He said 400 pounds. Why? Why you please? But she had gone for the program. She used it.
She has used it, yes. Yeah, she was.
So I said, oh, please, I beg you, will you come down? My things are not expensive. If you look elsewhere, what I did for you, it will be more than
The,
no, this is outrageous. This is how you work. She spoke and spoke and spoke. She was so rich. I said, can I also talk? Please, the 400, I'm not taking anything else. You are already poor. Can you send me? And
case
yes,
closed.
I'm not I'm not extravagant. You can ask her. No, leave. That is how you do it. So I told them, you see, sometimes when you are outside, you look down on yourself. Yes. This is my it's a side job. It is not that I'm trying to make excuse me, if you come to meet me at my office, I'm not
Yes,
going to
totally like that.
if I'm doing something with my hands, doesn't mean I'm over. So please, I will not want to say.
Mm.
It's patience.
Let's take another experience, the last one, then you move on.
On Saturday, I'm on my tower Tuesday. I went and one of those celebrated their just before I get down, just like, oh, black people, I feel that. I was like, I'm yet to finish one of the weeks for the pocket. I can add that other. Unfortunately, I got home very late. I got home, went to one of the vendors I buy material. I have used up most of my personal stuff. And I got the treatment paper for Saturday the night to work on those studies. Around 7, I made boxes myself. So I boxed it and then I dispatched it to the other person so that when she goes to the Thanksgiving service. Then I sent them a message that okay, your feet is this person and this is the bill. I sent my own. That was around 7. On 1:30, she came online. The first thing she said was, "Hey, this small thing."
Ah.
And then she sent me pictures of she using some other
Oh.
techniques. Wow. And she was like, I didn't even use it, so I'll give it back to you. And I was like, I don't need it. Replace and all that. Even for the time frame,
Yeah.
at least thank you that even appreciate what the person has done. Like I didn't even know I had to pay for it.
Ah. Well, but what was it thinking? This is serious. Yes, yes.
And it's like you didn't just find yourself in this like this.
Yes.
You don't know what to do with
Yes.
yourself. I've been an administrator for 10 years plus
Before you.
every time. And so I've even sent a message this morning. Since then, she hasn't responded to my message.
You know what? Sometimes this world, something will bring her back. Honestly, I want to share the experience of one of my neighbors. She bakes, and some of the clients, I don't know why they do that. She came with a mind not to pay the full amount, so she ordered for a cake, and then she pre-financed, so she made a deposit. The cake was delivered. This is somebody, I mean, we all know. So running away with your money is not an option. So she delivered the cake, and then for a very long time, if I'm not exaggerating, for over a year, the other half never came. She said, okay. She kept quiet. And something happened. she used a different number to place an order for another cake. And then somebody had given her that number. I mean, she complained to somebody who is very close to the lady that, oh, this your lady, this is what she did to me. I said, then she actually then there's a new number, but she didn't bother to follow up. And then so when the thing came that the client acting like a new person and all that, so she didn't say anything. She kept quiet. Said that she did her usual formalities. You pay the deposit and everything. She said something had happened, so she can't deliver. So she would have to pick up herself. Okay. Then she will leave the cake somewhere. This is so the lady should go and pick up. I don't know what happened. She was bold though. She my friend had not gone anywhere. She was there. This lady went to the place to go and pick up the cake. Then she said, stand there, I'm coming. So she went with the key. And she the client's child was celebrating the birthday. So some of the things had gone ahead. She was left with the key. And she said that, do you remember on this date you ordered for this cake, you paid half, it's left with half. Yes. Considering the time that has elapsed, you will pay this amount on top plus this current balance added before I'll give you the cake. No, she wanted she wanted to teach her a lesson. Then she was like, hey, she didn't carry enough money. All she has is the balance for the new cake. This. I said, okay, she doesn't care. She needs her money. And then she took, so it's like upstairs and then she took the cake up again. And the lady was facing up and down. Like she didn't know what to do. She was very desperate. Then eventually, I don't know whether somebody sent her mom or whatever. She was able to pay for all the amount before the cake was released for her. It may your own may not happen exactly as it has happened, but this world, I mean, things happen. I know one person that I mean I respect a lot. She made me do a fascinating. It was a Friday. I think then I was doing a postgraduate course at Lagos. And that it was a full-time course. We go to school every day. Every day I was sitting in class. This one was sending me messages. This. I need it. Well, I said, okay, I'll do it for you. Straight from school, I went to Abeka, bought the things. That day, I didn't pick up my children from school very late in the evening. The waiter said she sent the daughter to pick up the said so she I was like, would the daughter pay for it? I said no. I should just give it to her. She will pay for it herself. I said fine. So they picked up the fascinator later. I said, oh, it's too late to be bothering someone about money. So the following morning, I also forgot. So later in the day, I sent her a message, no reply, assuming that she's probably at the event. That's why she didn't reply. So Sunday too, I didn't bother her. Then Monday, I sent her a text. To date, she has not paid, and this woman is trying to say that she has never seen me on this earth. One day we went somewhere and I was she was approaching, I was smiling at her. I didn't even have the intention of asking her, I was just smiling and like greeting. And do I know you? she asked me, she asked me, do I know you? I said yes. She said, okay. Then she passed. I said, hey. And no, as a part, I started asking myself, maybe I'm getting too much weight, or is it the hairstyle? What happened? I said, okay, but that's my face. If you see it once and you see it a second time and you say you can't remember me, it's fine. Let's leave it there. She said she doesn't know me. Another thing is okay. Let's move on. So these are the clients. So the clients, know, they are the ones who bring us the money. But at the same time, you have to be vigilant and know how to deal with them. Some of them too are lovely. Yes, some of them too are very lovely. There are some clients that when I see the pop up of their message, I'm like, oh God, like I'm so excited, you know. You know. Mhm. Yes. Yes. If she sends you a feedback, then it's like she's looking out for you in a certain way. Say, oh no, Victoria, you need to do it this way. And then this person travels a lot. And when she's buying that, like she's going to wear it on a certain platform that's going to give you a certain mileage. So say, no, you need to do it this way. And then she's even giving out as a kid, say, no, the stitch here, do this, do that, correct that. It's very important to her. And like she wants to see me grow or progress to a certain level. So as the feedback is coming, I'm not taking it in a bad light because she wants me to progress. The other thing is low sales. It happens. I mean, every day is not Christmas. So there are times that it can get a bit quiet. But that doesn't mean that you should also stop posting or anything. There are some people, especially when I started off, I posted for a very long time. Nobody was buying, but people had taken mental note of me. I have this lady who says that she gets these kind of headaches and also fascinators are not her thing. At most, she'll just get in a clipping flower or something, but she'll bring me people. So she's always looking at my status. She's always looking at things on my Facebook or Instagram post. So sometimes it may even be an 18-year-old who is following you. That person may not buy from you, but her mother, her grandmother, somebody might need something, and you are the person that will come to her mind, let me put it that way. So don't give up. Sometimes there's a particular product that if you have ready to wear items, something that you have posted that sometimes when I want to post again, I'm like, hey, when people say that they are not buying my things, it's like this particular thing I've posted that. Then another voice spoke to me. What if you have 1 million pieces? Are you going to let it be in there? You need to post, like keep posting and then create the impression that it's getting finished. I mean, if you don't buy now, that is it. Limited pieces, whatever. So sometimes it can be very discouraging. But people who don't have the emotional stamina, think, this thing. I mean, I I'm not going in for it. I was speaking to another colleague who sells beads. It was at an event like just last year, Christmas. So we met and then we were just chatting, trying to think of new ways to increase our sales, and we're just discussing. And another person was like, "You don't sell necessities. Like whatever we are selling, they are not necessities. They are not things that our lives depend on." That's true. They are not selling necessities. It's not soap or water or food, but at the same time, so people need the things. So we need to be strategic to be able to sell whatever we are selling. Okay. This thing that I'm coming to talk about. Emotional resilience for copying stroke inspiration, which is which? Copying or inspiration? some some people who are able to come up with original designs, they can't stand it at all when people copy their work. Some of them too also don't mind because they know their people will always come to them to buy, but others too are not amused at all. So how do we deal with this? It's a very sensitive area and a broad one as such. But just bear it in mind. One day if you post something, somebody hits you in the DM that you have copied the, what would you do? What would be your response? How would you deal with it? Um there was it some years back. Nabella, I don't know whether you witnessed it. Somebody said that she had copied her work and then it became a whole banter back and forth. Yes, and then they were doing the exchange on social media. I don't know what happened, but it turned out that yes, yes, yes. So something like that happened. So if you're faced with such, and then if you are copy, maybe you should go and find out if the person has copyrighted them, that or something, or maybe you won't post it or but we are all drawing. So there was another incident where somebody said you copied my work, and then it was another back and forth. They realized that the copied work was actually also copied work. So, so yes, just yeah. So you should know that you are not the only person with a smartphone. You are not the only person who has access to the internet. Do you understand? So everybody can go there and look out for things. So sometimes when you are trying to create the impression that you have done something out of the ordinary, you should be on the lookout because the originator might just be around the corner. You understand? Or sometimes you post pictures. There was a page that I was following, and I at a point I had to unfollow because when I see it, I start getting angry because the person keeps posting people's work as though it's hers without giving credit to the owner, which I think is not right. At least even if you post their pictures, the disclaimer has to be there that it's not your work or anything. And one day, a lady sent me a picture of a leather fascinator, neatly done, nice. She sent it to me, and instead of you to admit that I can do it for you, or I can't do it, and you've been doing this thing. Some clients are, I don't know, you've been doing this thing for how many years now? Have you created a piece like this before? This. This lady, she just started. She look at what she has done. I mean, she posted it on her status. I said, so I read the message. I said, oh, this looks familiar. It was probably done by this person. I mentioned the person. Let me go and check. Let me verify. So I went to the person's page. Lo and behold, the design was there. And I took a screenshot with the name, the account, and the link. And I sent it to her that this person that you claim made this person took it, took the picture from here and cropped out the details. Yes, it's on her state. Yes, as though yes. So this copying inspiration is a sensitive area, and then we need to.
If you are creative enough, you won't be scared of someone copying you.
Mm,
Because most, if you see people that are really creative, when they create something, you have to go to them to learn before you can copy it.
mm.
So if someone copies your work, then you should know that you need to do more work.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me, when I get others, people go to a page. I'm generous like that. I give it to her. I direct them here because they also know what I'm capable of doing. But I also don't want a situation where I will do it and then I'll do it my way. That one, I always issue that disclaimer that this is this person's work. If I'm recreating, I also recreate it my way. So if it doesn't look, and now people are beginning to, because of what I ordered versus what I got, people have this perfectionist, mentality. So if as they brought you something, eh, no matter how you explain, they won't understand. They want the same thing in the picture. Yes. Pepe. Okay. Yes. Taste. Even recreating your own designs. Because there are sometimes you times that you create a particular design and you go like, hey, this thing, what measurement? How did I go about it?
Sometimes the same material on two different occasions will give you something
Different, yes. There's some of the textures and everything. Yes.
also ask a question.
Okay.
This disclaimer thing you just spoke about,
Yes.
is it wrong if you're telling your client that this is not my work, or this is my work, but I cannot produce the exact same?
Oh yes, yes. I always say it.
I have this small write-downs I've done that I
Yes.
speak to my clients,
Yes.
and one just was like, she doesn't think putting a disclaimer is right.
Or for me, I'll do it. I'll tell you, I'll inform you. Unless you're very confident that you can do the same thing, then that's okay. But even
I think sometimes you can be able to add
on yes,
to make it just
I think also that when you had something, when you had a touch, it will also make you look different.
different.
Most clients, but they will say, I don't
The person who trained me, I think some time back, I paid her a visit and she told me that, well, she wasn't doing just only the fast, she was doing other things, decor, catering, baking, and other things. So, and the milling was just one aspect. So at a point, she told me that she doesn't take orders that are not her designs because she had just had enough of all these what I ordered versus what I got. It's not like this. It's not. So she's like, if it's not my own design, so she will send you a catalog or her pictures of her own designs, and then you choose from it. If you insist on another design which she's not comfortable with, she will not take the order. Yes, because at the point she was like, she's just tired of all those things. So you should let the person know. Otherwise,
Yes.
okay, so somebody will say, we'll go and bring a silk abaka design and said, I want something, but she cannot pay for the silk abaka. Then she will say, okay, then do the leather or the feather one for me. So it will come out different. I said, you know what? This is the same concept. We have arranged it and it's on the side like that. It's the same concept, but it will look different. The feather has its own vibes. That yes, the silk abaka too will give you another look. So you should let them understand.
I have maybe some materials that I have like 100 years that I just kept in my wardrobe. At times I'll bring it out to design something. And when I finish, I will be telling people that see, they still have crafted. Someone will see the picture and go and be disturbing another person to design the same.
Yes.
Meanwhile, even me, I can't, yes, even me, I can't get the same again if you bring it to me.
Mm.
So not to talk of. So at times let them do that. See, it's not my work. You brought a picture, so I will try my best to do something similar and more beautiful.
Mm.
Then if you want to stay, you stay. If you want to stay, you go.
Okay. So okay.
So with this question, particular question that you asked, so how do you go about it? If your client sends somebody's work to you, do you have to do it or leave it? Concerning the fact that you can get the feedback of, oh, you copied my work, that kind of thing. How do you go about it?
Okay.
How do you tell your client if a picture has been sent to you, somebody's work, picture has been sent to you, you have to accept it and to do the work or not because of you have copied my work issue. Okay. Do you get my
Mm. Hi. Okay, so people have policies that they work with. Like my trainer, for instance, she says that she doesn't take people's designs. She won't do it for you. Some also don't mind. They'll do it for you, but they'll issue a disclaimer like what I was saying. They'll tell you that they can do it, but they'll do it their way. Some people too are confident like that. I will do it pepe for you. So so yes, yes. So it happens. So you as an individual, that's why I'm also saying that you should come up with a strategy and everything. What do you stand for? Like what she just said, she will do it, but she will not put it out there. Some also don't care. They'll do it and they'll put it out there. They're actually happy that this design was worn just last weekend. Me too, I have recreated it. And then they'll be taking their 3 points on social media. Yes, some people are like I mean that's the thing that is going all the way here and like that. Yes, I mean the way they do, they're in a hurry to put it out. That means I've done some more that kind of. Yes. They are all over the place. So you need to put out a strategy that maybe designs from this particular person. I won't do it because if I do it and I put it out, I can get into trouble. I won't recreate designs from these people, these particular people. Or you will do it, you won't post it. Or you do it and issue a display, you do it your own way. Some of us, the stress that's or the challenges that we have faced, me, I stand by it. I'll tell you I'll do it my own way. Unless I'm confident enough that I can do it exactly that way. But it can't always be sure. Sometimes even the materials. You go there. One day I bought one silk bag. By the time I got home, it was almost finished. It was just it was just falling out, fraying, falling out. So you need to be sure when you are replying them.
One thing I personally witnessed that this friend is the fact that you realize that I sent you a message. Sincerely know yourself that you can't do this design.
Uh-huh.
You decide to take on the other, then you make something. So you see the design from beginning to end is a total mess.
Yes.
And then I am the original like designer. Sincerely,
You'll be disappointed. Yes.
so if you can't do it, then I can't do it. This one you can't do. Then maybe you can refer a colleague.
Yes. Yes.
But to take another you can do. The later you mess up everything, it's something else. And
Yes.
one thing I've also come to realize that some of these men they also go up there, take time for me to come to take another resource design. Maybe Nagala will be charging like 500. Then you come to me, you want me to do the exact thing for you. 200. If I know I can do it, and I know that maybe Nagala is charging like 500, I'll take my phone.
Yeah.
And I'll
Why
want
should
you
you
more.
even go less? Because I remember someone, she's always like, you send me my design. How much? I'll reply. After like next week, you send me a lot of my design again. How I never knew she was a millionaire. Yeah. And she said again, how much? I'll give you my price. No. Then one day she took a course from me. Then she started coming constant taking online courses. Then one day out of conversation, she was like, if I remember, she always asking me how much. I'm like, I didn't even take notice of how people I had.
Okay.
So she was like, okay, that's the reason why she always asks how much. If a client tells her how much, if I tell her 1,000, she tell the client 500. Yeah. Wow. I'm like, okay.
That
There's
is
some brands,
yeah.
there's some brands when you bring their
But it, but anyway, I'm going to take it on for as a yes, as a job. It's been a long term process. So you need to think deep into it. Times changes. When we set off, things were quite different. Now in 2026, it's still different. Now you can walk into Makala shopping mall. I can count about maybe 4 places that they sell things from living. Before it wasn't like that. Later on, I discovered Auntie, and not, it doesn't mean that she wasn't existing before, but I found her along the way. And when I walked into her shop, it was more of sandals, slippers, and boots. And then I wasn't even going to buy anything about Millie. I was going to buy Gilly. My sister needed Gilly. So I was looking for a showcase to buy. And I knew only one person at Oyari who was selling Ashoke. It was so expensive, so it was making my things too expensive. So one day I set out, I was going to look for Ashoke to buy. And as I was driving along the road, I saw like a mannequin with Gilly on it. So immediately I went to a shop and everything. As I was sitting with her, then somebody will come and pull a feather and go up. And I'll see a gold. Then I'll see the I say, hey. I asked her, do you make fascinator? She said yes. And she told me that she has some of the materials. So if I need anything, I should ask her, she will sell to me. Then she wasn't selling on a large scale. She said she used to travel at the end of the year. Then she brings the things for her own way. But sometimes when people want to buy from me, she will sell. I said, okay. So it was one encounter after the other, one encounter after the other. And there we have Chubby's one sitting there. Nothing like how it used to be before. So beyond the crafting, what are you looking at? Are you going to metamorphose into maybe a teacher of some sort? Maybe will you work in a vocational school? Beyond that, you need to think, but what are you going to do after the technical know-how and ability? What are you going to do? In our 20s, we look different. Yesterday, I posted a picture of myself like 10 years ago, and I mean, the difference. I look so young, energetic. I was modeling one of my fascinators and all that. So content creation, as we spoke about earlier. So now you can create a certain kind of content. After a while, you may not be even interested in showing your face. So what's the plan B? Are you going to use models? At that time, will you be able to afford models? Then I know one lady, she's quite like she's a senior in the game. She hardly shows her face, always mannequin. Her products are top notch. I to that I can't attach a face to that brand, but she's always posting. So you need to take into consideration. So when I'm crafting, my sister looks at me and she says again, this is your job. I can't do it. If you're not patient, you can't do it. How can you be sitting down for hours doing that? So you need to you need to look into all that. So what's your plan? You have to factor all those things into it. Childbirth, sickness. I'm not saying you shouldn't fall sick. But that's life. It's a reality. So and then we should be able to adjust to the times that are changing. We should be able to adapt. After TikTok, what's the next big thing that is coming? I've been thinking, sometimes I try to entertain and like, hey, so the next social media that will come, how will it be like? What's the next big thing that is coming? How are we going to adjust towards it? So as we are all here, we are competitors and collaborators at the same time. So it's good we've met each other. You should be able to draw the line that you and I are in the same industry. This is what we can do, but beyond this, it ends there. Some of others we are sitting, we are looking at co-founders. Maybe we want to go into establishing something very great, and you may need one component. I watched a short documentary of how one it's not a legal gentleman, but somebody she's into making cake, and he or she deals with very high profile people. And the cake is not like the normal 3 tier, 6 tier, 5 tier cake, like serious cake for very important people. And the cake when they take an order, it's a project. And it's not the kind of project that he or she can work with apprentice and all that. So I hear that person that in their currency, when they take an order, it's in millions. So he or she employs fellow bakers. And when you come, like they'll take you to an orientation. That this is my space. I know you are all professionals, masters and madams in your own spaces. But this is what I want. This is how I want my things done. We are not going to do things your way, but my way. And when you speak to the people who go and work with them, they will tell you that the payment they get after is good. Because sometimes you may sit in your shop the whole month and you don't even get that amount of money. But this is like a week or 2 weeks project and they pay you a good amount of money. So they go and collaborate. So maintaining cordial relationships amongst yourself is also important. And you really want to draw the line. So now, as much as we want our work to be stress-free. So in order to do that, you need to build systems. You have to first formalize things or build systems. It helps to take some of the stress off you. I mentioned earlier that some of us, we are doing all the things. We deliver, we sweep, we go to the market ourselves, we do everything ourselves. But the time will come, depending on how you are able to expand, you need to keep certain systems in place. And then I want to mention that over-reliance on your talent alone can make you burn out. So you know you have the talent, you can do this, but yet there are other petty things that you need to do on the side, and that alone can kill your joy of crafting. So for first one is like order tracking. It's a whole chore. So, like an Okada man picks up.
Rider with rider.
I remember one day I gave a fascinator to a rider. It was in a paper bag. When the guy took it out, I said, "Hey, do you know what you are carrying?" And so he picked the bag and he looked at it and he made his face like, "What is this?" I said, "Hey." So I had to explain to him that this is very delicate. I mean, if you break one of the feathers, you are in trouble. You pay for it. This feather one this is how much it costs, and this is how much the whole product costs. And to some way, if you destroy it, you pay for it. So I explained to him. So if unfortunately for me, I met one guy. You see, he's so good. I don't know, maybe some of you know him. His specialty is to deliver fascinating. He's so good, but very expensive. He knows how to do, like he will handle us. Oh, my God, don't worry. He has to ways and means of handling it, and it will get there in shape. So other tracking, I mean, after you have crafted, another thing is how the thing gets to the customer safely. Client consultation. Some of the clients, depending on how they are, they need a whole lecture before they can decide to buy from you. Or they need to understand. Me, I have that time, I'll talk to you. But maybe in future, I may have to monetize that time. But the things are becoming a lot. I cannot sit in one space, typing or talking police.
And after they might not come back to buy.
They've wasted your time. It's very disappointing. Another point disappointing. Yes. Okay. We have time, but I can tell you, cinnamon. Some will tell you that why is cinnamon so expensive? Why is this so expensive? I'll tell you that cinnamon is made out of this. It's originated from the Philippines. Yeah, I'll explain to you. Some people are not moved by such
The
things.
customers have to pay for your class before they
So before you are buying from me, you know what you're going in for. Then they'll send you maybe a crinoline, then you give them the price. Like, this one, you know how crinoline can be used to make like very flamboyant things. Like this fascinator is big, but it costs less. Then they'll bring a silk alpaca flower on the side. Why is this one more expensive than that? Why does it take so? You have to look into that. They don't honestly, some of them they don't understand. And there are people that when you talk to them, they will understand. So you have to take your chances. Production time, like I mentioned, that for me I had to specialize in things I could do within a short time, and then some give 10 working days, some give 10 days minus weekend. Some have all sorts of policy. Some say that, oh, this particular design, it will take me this number of days. So if you give me maybe short notice, I can't do it. At a point, you need to put such systems in place to formalize things. Or even if you take that order, this is how much extra to make up for all the other inconveniences. Payment policy, very important. I think we touched on some of those things. Payment policy, whether they will pre-finance. Some of them, at a point, they will trust you to the extent that immediately you mention the amount, they'll send you full amount. We also have to review policies such as so survival to growth, profit. That people have the mindset that once they make a certain, I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy your money. You work for it, you should enjoy it, but profit is like enjoyment, like serious enjoyment. Like when you get money beyond a certain amount, that's the only thing that comes to mind. But for your business to grow to, as a continue to reinvest some of the profits in the business. So there are tools, there are more things that are coming up that maybe you may need to improve your craft. You see silk alpaca, all you see is the leaves, and then they're not normal. But you see another one that looks like flower that is they are selling at Milcom, and you wondered how to get such a thing. You've been thinking there are some tools on hot plates, yes, that we use. You may want to get one. They are not so common. So I've seen a few pieces around, but I think those ones were very expensive. So if you want, you may have to order from outside. So you can look into such things. Maybe you may want to take some courses to improve yourself. You may want to also train your staff. Sometimes, for those of you who have staff, all you've trained them to do is to craft. If madam is not there, we cannot take an order. We cannot deliver. They can't even order. I mean, you would think that it's normal for you to take your smartphone and order a Yango dispatch to pick up and then deliver. But you'll be surprised what some of them don't do it. And you have to invest either in time or whatever cost to sit down with them and train them. Some of them they are very good, but they don't have like basic manners, how to talk to people or relate to people. I mean, sometimes you enter spaces and the customers and it's like they are doing you a favor. And for me, I have a policy that if I'm coming to spend my money here, I'll not allow you to disrespect me. And I'll let you know that it's the money that I'm paying. That is what is keeping you in this thing. So if you're coming to disrespect me, I'll just leave your space. But you'll be surprised that you have that mindset on how to entertain your clients, make them feel important and everything. But the day that something will have to take your child to the hospital or you have to travel or something, it's a whole mess in your absence. So, common mistakes that we have to avoid in business. I don't know if you're all guilty about it. Mixing business money with personal money. Just a few points and we are off. And you may never know what will come up. let just this be like the launch pad that I'm talking about. Maybe we have to look into creating a business account. If the requirement for creating a business account is too much for maybe it's not registered, so when they ask for the certificate, you don't have it and all that. I want to believe that all of us have more than one bank account. Have more than one bank account. So by putting systems in place, maybe one of the points is to formalize your things. So let's say now you are thinking of registering your business. So you may want to understand, read about it, and maybe get the forms. It's a process, so it will take a while. So until then, what are you going to do? How are you going to separate your own money, your personal money from your business money? So maybe you have another bank account. So in your mind, that is your business account. So maybe when you work, then your profit goes here, and that money you don't touch it. So maybe put some limits on it. If you have a card, the bankers will not be happy with me, but maybe if you have a card on, because if you have a card with you, you may be withdrawing here and there. You may not be able to see. Maybe you may want to disconnect it from your Momo or something. You get attached to Momo, so you want to keep it a bit tight so that you don't go in there taking money out. Poor maintenance culture. So you have things, you work with some machines, you have some tools, and when it gets spoiled, until you have need of it, you don't go and look for it again. You wait till you need it desperately. I think we should create space for all such things, and then we should plan. Our job is full of uncertainties, like as and when the orders will come. Some clients are orderly like that. I have a client like that. I admire her so much. Like 6 months before her daughter's wedding, she called me to the office. We sat down and she told me these are the colors that she wants to use. So if it's burgundy, this is the outfit that is in her mind. So we sit and then we think about the fascinator that will match. Fine, very good champagne. If she decides to wear champagne, this is what you go with it. You know, orderliness. I mean, people are orderly like that, but it's not everybody that. So things even do come up. So somebody traveled to Ghana. They went for a program. She saw a fascinator, and it has never occurred to her to buy a fascinator. But here's the case where she went and everybody was in a fascinator. She was holding all the one out. Now she wants to own one. So she has a very short period to order. So when they bring the order to you, it's like you to support your plan because you have decided to do certain things. So if you as a millionaire, you've not planned or ordered your space in a certain way, it will come and disrupt a lot of things, and then you create space for such uncertainties that come your way. I hope I'm clear with that. Yes. So for the week, maybe Sunday night or Monday morning, I didn't bring that book. I have a book that's like half of this. I prefer to write because writing makes things real to me. If you are more of the digital person, you can create a notebook on your phone or in your chat somewhere, and then you plan that these days are for markets. Now I don't have that luxury of time, but before I like posing sometimes. I will get out from my go and sit at a coffee shop or something as if I'm doing something serious. But then this business is serious. I'll take my book, I'll go and sit there on my tablet, then I'll be looking at I used to have time that I go online to look for design, like explore what is new, what is old. And then I go to certain people's platform and I look at how they have grown from the time they started, take inspiration and all that. So you need to plan all those things. It shouldn't be random. Someone should plan that. And then when someone brings a design to you, you should be able to tell that, oh, this design it's been in the system for a while. I have a client that when she wears something, she doesn't want to see anybody wearing it. And one day she went to bring a certain design, like in 2018, 2019, that was the top of the day. Like rings that are in order, like small circles. I said, this design. Yeah, I'm sure.
It was rain and fast. But people are still.
Yes, it's still raining. It's still raining in different ways. But when it came with the tree feather at the back, I'm like, the way that taking a chroma shade,
That thing said was also a fight. The person that brought it was it was a celebrity that started it. A celebrity wore it, and the person
Two
went.
of them.
And then it was.
One wore white, one wore white.
Then a millionaire started making it, and she started fighting. Why are they replicating?
Two of them.
Now the quarter of them all
Waiting.
or stopping.
Most times I want to stop.
Sometimes you want to stop, feel like you feel low.
Yeah.
I mean, in my journey in September 2023, something terrible happened. My whole apartment got burnt. And I told you, I work from home. It was an electrical fault. Unfortunately, the fire started from my workstation. And according to the assessment that they gave after the fire, it's like if my things weren't in the house, maybe it would burn small. But because it's like my things fueled the fire.
So they
I
can't
have
spray.
scars to show and all that. The spray, the can sprays were
Exploding.
So if I bring my first daughter, you can see tiny scars on her legs. It was burning at dawn, 3 a.m. So I have 3 kids. My husband had traveled and then the household. So it was my son. You know, the fire started burning for behind my house. There's this, it's a high tension area. And you know, beneath every high tension is a mechanic shop. And in the evening, that is when they burn their ties and their plastics and all that. So we reported a number of times that we don't like the burning in the evening. It's like no way of escape. You have nowhere to go than to stay in your room, and you can't also stand the smell. So when you go and tell them, then they'll stop for like 2 weeks. They'll give us a break, and then they'll start again. So that night, I think around 1 a.m., I could smell like those things that they were, and I'm like, but this time it was so intense. I'm like, these people, the tomorrow, whatever it is, we have to go there and tell not to know that my face were burning small. So I went on my phone, then went back to sleep. Then around 3 a.m., I heard my son scream like, my children, when they sleep, I call them dropping. It's like when they sleep at 6:30 or 7 in the evening, till the next morning, they are not waking up. Strangely, he woke up to go and pee. So when he got up, and he screamed my name, he didn't say man, he called me Victoria. So as that bedroom was quite spacious, so it's a whole journey from the bed to the door. As I was approaching the door, I could see red. So I thought we were being attacked by armed robbers or something. But I was wondering why a red flashlight, I don't know. So I opened the door. And there was my workspace in fire. And it was like a long hallway. And the way of escape is behind the fire.
Wow.
And then my bedroom is like, let me say, the dead end of the space here of the house. So 2 things. Either we walk through the fire or we stay in my room and the smoke will suffocate us or something. Interestingly, we don't use Ghana water. We have our borehole that we put pumps in it. So our taps don't run out. Interestingly, that very night. So I had the idea to wet my blanket. I took my blanket to the bathroom, not even a drop of water. Not even a drop of water. And if I leave the blankets in the bathroom to burn, my son is interesting. He brought his water bottle from just for water. I just put it. So I didn't know what to do. So I had my last child was 7 months old then. So I took her, I wrapped her with a bed sheet. like tied her to, and then I think I took my wedding band. I had some money hidden somewhere in my room. I took that money. I took the baby, and then all my children was like, I sort of, it's a do or die affair, and then the house of the Lord George, I didn't even wear slippers because if I wear flip flops, it will hurt me. So all my children, I didn't allow them to wear anything. Where are you going to find them? So I don't like darkness from that time, like stark darkness, and I don't know where or what is causing the darkness. I don't like it. I'm very uncomfortable with darkness because the whole place was dark, and the only form of light was the fire that was trying to kill us. So my daughter, the first one is very dramatic. She's that kind of person when you wake her up, I could not finish my dream, not that kind of thing. Those things. So when we woke up as usual, business, as usual, she was doing it. I said, hey, we don't have time for that. So I just took her. I don't even know how we managed to get out of the fire, but we got out. So when we got out, our neighbors, when my son screamed my name and I opened the door, I shouted, "Where from this fire?" Like I screamed, so my neighbors heard. God bless them. When we got there, they were at my door. Actually, wait. They were also trying the security. We had this security, the very strong one. It stood the test of time. They were trying to break it.
God, it didn't jump.
But we are lucky that I didn't
Jump, yeah, those jumps immediately after.
Yes. So we opened. When we got there, they started receiving the children. On my street, there's like 2 blocks away. There's a hospital. Oh, they did well. The hospital staff had come. They had left their patients, so they had come with fire extinguishers. One of my neighbor, her office is just like a street town. She went to her office to bring fire extinguishers. The security man. When I go to buy gas on a regular, he fixes it from he takes it from downstairs to upstairs from. So when I opened the door, he rushed in, he knew where the cylinder was. That was what saved all of us. Otherwise it would have exploded. So he went in, got the cylinder out, then the other things were history. So they went with the escape. So later fire service came in, they also came to kill all the I don't know if anybody has experienced fire before, but when fire service comes to the scene, the water is everywhere. Yes, they flooded everywhere. So some of the things that
is good, they will spoil everything.
Yes. No, because they say that there are instances where if they don't wet certain things, when they go, there are instances when they leave, the fire starts again. So they make sure that they quench everything. After the fire, when the hospital, trying to get treated and everything, the burns were quite severe, especially myself and my daughter. She had braids like she does, so even part of the braids got burnt to a point. But we are lucky that I didn't touch this part. So I wasn't thinking about money, I wasn't thinking about everything. But everything spot on the living was not even a needle or a pair of scissors. Where am I going to start from? And I told you I used to stock up a lot because of the express orders that I used to take. So getting healed was the first thing. My daughter couldn't move for almost a month, getting to 2 months. She was just in bed. I didn't even think of. So when they bought the assessment that my face flew the fire, blah, 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 this, I said, I was feeling so bad, I was feeling guilty that if my things were not in the house, maybe the fire wouldn't have, then I was beating myself to it. And one friend of my sister's mate from school, the pastor came, that God is telling me something that it's time to stop this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sign. It's a sign. It's that God wants. So it's time. It's time to stop this. I was trying to give it a thought, I was trying to entertain it for a while that it could be true that this thing almost killed my family. So should I stop? Should I do this? But one thing that I use to encourage myself, the market has been burning since time immemorial. When it burns today, when they are still there, and they are still occupying the same spaces that they are occupying. So I used that idea to entertain myself. As though other people knew that this particular guy had come to tell me to forget about this fascinating thing and concentrate on other things. And like those people who belittle the work that we do and get serious in life. Then another lady came, and then he was like, so I was also lamenting that, hey, then this fascinator thing, I have to stop saying, that should be the last thing on your mind. In fact, she's waiting to see my first order. So now it's like I'm starting from scratch. So sometimes when people ask me when did you start, sometimes I want to say I started from 2023. But what the fire couldn't take was my skill, my experience, my knowledge. Everything was gone, but the skill, the knowledge, the experience was still intact. So even when I was starting afresh, now it was more refreshing in a way, in quotes, that I knew what to get at first. I knew where to start, from where to go. I wasn't going to make certain mistakes. Yes. And then a cousin of mine who was also into baking, that same year, in January, her warehouse collapsed. And she's a British trained chef, and she has crafted a certain niche for herself. So she doesn't use like local products. So like maybe twice or thrice in a year, she travels to the UK to bring all her things. She bakes with butter. She doesn't use sugar. She uses syrup. So you can imagine to stock up, and then she had done this Valentine promotion. Then somewhere like last week of January, the warehouse collapsed, and she has been taking orders. So as she had come to encourage me, because I was trying to encourage her, like, hey, this thing collapsed. So how did you do it? So she also encouraged me that it's not the end of the world, blah blah blah. God bless her so much, and some other friends and family, they came together and they gave me like a seed cup, something to start with. Yes, because their business, they have SDS, they know a lot of things. And there's like, no, this should not be the end of it. They want to see my order, my first order. So I remember that particular order it was for an old schoolmate of mine. She was getting married. It's a baby blue and baby pink order. When I made it, I shared it to all of them, like, oh, I've started the green club. So this time around, I don't store my things in plastics. I've bought in metallic things to keep my things. I'm working with a certain kind of mindset. So I hope this story encourages somebody. Maybe you might think yours is that bad and you want to quit. After many years of living, I lost everything. I had to bounce back. It's very refreshing. Any questions for me?
Yes, exactly. How do you go through distractions?
What kind of distractions? What do you call
Any
distractions?
form of distraction, whether personal distraction, family distraction, whatever. We have a lot of distraction. Whatever form of distraction, how do you move from there and then focus on your work?
So you see, distractions comes in different forms.
Right.
So maybe like my story that I was trying to say that is too long and complex. That you are from a background where they like so that could be a distraction. It's a form of distraction. The distraction could also be maybe you're a new mom. You are not really seeing top. You don't really have help. You don't have the luxury of a mother or a mother-in-law to take care of your little one so that you work. So in your own way, identify the distractions. So based on the distractions that you have, then we know how to we know how to direct or to deal with it. You understand? So if you are distracted by your kids, let's say during a particular time of the day, you know how to plan your day, and then you push all your working time to a particular time, maybe after they come to bed or when they go to school or something. So, me for instance, the hottest time in my house is early in the morning, from about 5 a.m. to 7:30 in the morning. It's like, giddy, 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 giddy. You won't see me working because I won't accomplish much. And then from, let's say, 4:30 p.m. to like 8 p.m., another hot session in my house. Homework, I will eat this, I won't eat this. Because sometimes they go to school, they come back with some temperature and all those things. Maybe you don't have children yet. So maybe your distraction is work, like a mainstream job or a corporate job. How do you deal with it? And looking at your situation now, leaving that job too is not an option. So what are you going to do? So maybe you discourage others with short notice. So I've been in that space before because I started with Express Orders. At a point, I had a full-time job, a very demanding one for that matter. And when you can't say that you are closing from work to go to Accra to go and look for something, or because of an order, it's unheard of. So how are you going to deal with it? So you maximize your weekends and then maybe your evenings. And you have to do it in such a way that it also does not affect the mainstream job that you are doing. So I don't know what your distractions are currently so that I can direct, but you can identify them and then talk about it later on this side.
Thank you. When we were talking, you did mention of putting things in order with the people you are working with, also your team.
Yes.
And I have this problem. I don't know if you all have this kind of problem. You know, sometimes you can train the people you are working with, and all of a sudden they will tell you you want to leave. Because you've invested in them.
Yes.
Sometimes you can put down a contract. They can decide to leave. You can't do anything to the person because taking the person to court is another. So how do you go about it? Because if they leave you, they drag you back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know with the fashion industry, you can't do everything on your own.
Yes.
You need people to be helping you. So how do you attend to, or how do you address such?
It's a difficult one, and it's a harsh reality that if you are working with people, you face. And it's not only in it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Even, let's say you're a household, you have a house help. Just when you have become so comfortable with the person, the person decides, I have to try to do. House is not easy. You have to let the person go. The most disappointing part is when they tell them they are going somewhere and they never come back again, or they go with very short notice. So if they have to, you have to work with a certain kind of mindset that this person will even invest. Just give people the benefits of the doubt. This person that you are investing in, or you are training to do all this, just enjoy the person for the moment.
Yes.
So far as the person is with you, if she's good. And sometimes surprising those that you don't expect to stay are the ones who stay. Or sometimes the most problematic ones who give you headache. After a while, I think they are able to adjust or adapt to your style of working, and they stay with you. And sometimes the smart ones, the people are able to grab things quickly and this. The next thing they are off because they probably got another opportunity that they think is better than what you are offering. So I'll say that just enjoy them for the moment.
You have to plan yourself.
Auntie said something about not picking fascinators, doing a lot of fascinators and putting them in your shop. Yeah. So I want to know, I just rented a shop and I was thinking of producing more and putting it on display. But from what I've heard, I'm shocked. I need more advice on that because I need to.
Okay, so I shared an experience. I don't know if you came with it for the attention, but I was also saying that I also mentioned something that there is a difference between crafting a niche for yourself. So there's a difference between ready to wear pieces or pre-order of these pieces. You understand? So you have a shop. You want people to walk in to buy fascinators. That's a thing they want. Your strategy will have to be different. You have to put up a strategy that will attract people or command people to be walking in. When somebody thinks of, I'm sitting here, I want to wear a fascinator this evening. You should be the only one that I'll think about. So you need to put a strategy or some sort in place and do some rigorous marketing or if you don't intend to do ready to wear, they just want the space and all that. Just so that people have an idea of what you are capable of doing. You create like a showroom or a display shop or something. So that when people enter, they want to place the order. Some people enter your space and they don't even know what they want. But when they come and they see about 10 pieces, out of the 10 they can choose 2 or 1 out of it. Okay, so it's a form of investment. When you are doing the samples, you have to invest in it. But if you say you are a millionaire and you create a space and I enter, I can't see my facilitator. I'm not serious.
Okay, please let me chip in. You can have like just like what I have here. There are displays. Most of them they are even client orders. Yet, so that when the person comes in, you know that okay, she's good at this. So you could make pieces that are unique, like because most times, even when they walk in, it's not that color they want.
Yes.
So now, if you make one design, will you make 10 colors? That's the problem. Your money will just be tight because you even know what. Okay, this design is nice. Will I make pink, yellow, green, orange, and they will bring their own color. They're like, oh, F, but this is my color. Then that one will be there. Then if it's there for a while, now the next thing now you just want to sell off and take your money.
Yes.
And how many will you sell off that way, reducing your own? And at the time, you even lose confidence in yourself.
Yes.
So that's just what I'm trying to say. You get.
Please, what did you ask?
About the distraction. I don't know whether it's a distraction or discouragement. So I remember when I started, my husband was like, now into the idea. So anytime I would be complaining, but I started with beats. Okay, that was way some years back, and he was very supportive. So I realized that he didn't understand what I was doing, but I tried to explain, he wouldn't get it. I forgot about him because sometimes the words he says, it will so be the shame. Now it's much happening. No, and sometimes if you're not careful, you'll be even angry at it. So, but thanks be to God, I took it cool. One day he came back from work and he's like, now, it's somebody I know, you know. No more than sir. We go find this, we go shop with dinner, we go film. And I saw the prices. But you are playing, you know. Somebody who said he understands. But you are playing with this thing. The prices you are giving to people, you are playing. What is this?
You know,
So now he's my number one. Yes. So sometimes if you want even a parcel for a lady friend, he comes, oh, do something nice, add the beads to it, and let me package it. And when I have given him the recently I was at the office when he called that somebody entered the shop and they've seen 2 gold fascinating, they want it. And I gave the prices. So okay. So where are the packaging rubbers and whatever? They did it. When
I hope you are paying him.
You know the funny thing. When I got to one that I thought I priced, I think 250. He had sold that one for 100.
Okay, now.
And then the other one, that was 600, 800. And he said, take your money. This one, if I say I'll take commission, there will be fight. So sometimes the distraction, if you are not careful, by the end of the day, it can turn to a blessing for you. My question is about the finances. I think I'm struggling with that. It's always messing with my money. Seriously. Although, when I started with the beads,
By then I was doing the same enterprise. So I went to open an account for it. And I was trying, at least I will go and deposit. But now that technology is even closer to us, that the phone can, the money can be on the phone and it can transfer to the bank. It's rather distracting.
Okay, so let me,
Serious,
let me
I'm
give you- so you
trying.
do it and fascinated. So mine is like at a point I really invested into the turbans. Okay, and I realized that it was moving for me, especially for those abroad. So I don't know. I've not lived there, but one thing that sometimes freaks me out is the hats that they wear in the cover here. I feel it could be done in a more stylish manner. And you know, the scuba material is also thick enough. So I started marketing towards like that direction. You know, that if the weather is cold, I can still look check that kind of thing. So for my fascinated, sorry, my time, but at a certain point, my target was not really people in Ghana. So I was targeting people abroad, especially when they come in December and they are going to face the cold. So maybe if you give me an order of maybe fascinators, then I'll intentionally give you one turban as a gift because you are paying for everything directly. Yes. So I'll give it to you. So when they go and they try to say, hey, then you know those start by they don't want to shipping is not as complicated as the fascinators. So I realized that now I have to separate the fascinators from the turbans. So at a point the fascinators were fetching the turbans were fetching more than the fascinators. And then the turbans too, the materials are not expensive as that of the fascinators. So I had like a dormant account. So I reactivated that account. And every money that comes from the turban is redirected to that so that I can appreciate how much I make at maybe at the end of the month or the year out of the turbans away. And then I separated that of the fascinators as well. So you need to create that distinction. Otherwise, if you ramp it up, well, for me, I wanted to create that clarity in my mind so that I know where to concentrate my energy, like focus. So you can also do that.
It's all about discipline. You have to discipline
Yeah,
yourself.
not discipline for 1 month and then you have to be consistent with that.
Even when the money too is not there, you survive.
Okay.
So for me, one difficult thing is that I don't really like cash. I'd rather take Momo because if it's my Momo, I know where to redirect. But if it's cash, like walking to the bank or it's such a job. Like so, if you give me cash, what have I you've like created a problem for because the next thing I know,
You spent it.
I've spent the money. So when I'm going into the account, there's a reason for me to go there, and the records are there. So in future, if I forget, I know that I did this with this, I did this. But for the cash, maybe you have 100 cedis. You buy, let me just buy one because I'm sure how much is it. You buy it and then they dismantle your money to 50, 10, 10, 10, 10. They forget it is gone. The money is finished.
Then another one is joining groups, but that one too is risky, like susu groups. I don't know what they call it. That one too, it keeps you on an edge. You get it. The susu groups weekly, you can get it. You can join maybe a weekly, a trusted susu group. Yes. On Saturdays, maybe you are remitting 1,000 Ghana cedis. So it also awakens your head. You start re-strategizing. Okay, I have to sell 20 turbans this week. Ideas will start kicking up. You get it. So that thing it will give you, and you know that immediately you save that money there, you get the money in bulk. Maybe after 6 weeks, it's your turn to take the money. You get the money in bulk, and mostly it's through Momo display to you, and you just channel it straight up. It all still boils down to discipline. So when you get a very good group, you can join. That thing helps a lot. I'll tell you, it really helped me in building this thing. It really, because my mind is always, I have to remit this. I was doing like 5-6 places in a week, so it wasn't easy, but it was worth it.
Sometimes when you don't without yes, a lot of things till there is need for it. You don't have to be consistent. Let's say if you have to travel and say what's your source of income? They say
Yeah, bring your accounts now.
bring your accounts. And then the account has been dormant for how long? So sometimes maybe somebody will pay me 1,000 cedis, and I know that, and I'm not another. I need 1,000 to do something. I'm not just going to withdraw the 1,000. I'll let the 1,000 run through the account and come back. Sometimes all this cash flow, and you need to know that you are doing or you have to do something cash flow. Right? To keep it quiet for a while, then suddenly maybe you need to apply for a space and then they'll start asking you. So do something. Now there is no more.
Those small charges, they take money. Don't look at the money. Just be doing it. You need to.
There's one thing that I did and I think is really helpful. I opened an account and one is for business, one is for my personal use, and the other one I can't touch it. So anytime I get money in like any that I'll get, I just put some in the account that I can't touch. Then one that I can spend and the Momo one too. So if I get like 10,000, I know okay, the 10,000, just let me channel 5,000 to this account and I can't touch it. As soon as I get it, I put money in it. Then the 5,000 remain. I know okay, I can spend it. Then I put some in the one that I can touch. Let's say for emergency. So no matter how much I will spend with that 5,000, I have some left. Yes, it's safe. So I can spend that 5,000 or the 4,000 remaining, but I still know that I still have money kept somewhere. And that one, let's say I can't touch it for like a year or two. If you keep putting money in it, whereby you are not touching it, by the end of the year, you still get money for any, if you want to get a loan from somewhere, you can still take that. You not go and take a loan, you can use that one.
Yeah.
So you plan yourself, okay, in a year to come, I'm pumping money into this account, I'm not touching it. I'll be able to use this money for this. Give yourself a year or two, you get money without you going for a loan. So indirectly, you are spending money, but you are saving money somewhere. So it's all about discipline. You can create a system, but if you are not disciplined enough, you can't get anything.
Remember I told you at a point I was schooling.
Yeah.
It was a full-time course, and that was when I really respected it helped, because I wasn't working when I was doing school full-time. I had other support, but at a point I told myself that when I take an order, a certain percentage is for this year. Let's say I have to pay myself. If I look at my expenses and all that, maybe it might be too much. So I just say that a certain percentage is for me. And I started putting it down. By the time I looked at it after, let's say maybe if you charge 600 and you say maybe 20% or a certain percentage is yours. When you start, you might not respect the figure, but as the orders keep coming and then you are consistent, you appreciate it later. Yes, that's how come you are also able to get that. But sometimes we chop the profit plus.
Some people don't even pay themselves. They don't pay themselves. When you know that you have to, don't they pay in your office? So you have to pay yourself. When you have that mindset, like I need to pay myself, I'm working, and you should know that those people that are doing it full time, just like us. Do you even think about your pension? You are going to retire. You are not going to do this thing for forever. It's not going to be fun. And as you go on, there's a time you become weak. You become very weak. Even sometimes you wake up in the morning, you are tired. You are exhausted. You lift up your hand. You try. Your hands are numb. Your hands are numb. Maybe previously you got pierced with needles, your fingertips, and the likes of it. So when you know that you're paying yourself, you know how to also charge for your products. Then you know that every month, just as I'm giving stipends to my girls, because I do give them stipends every end of the month, I'm also paying myself. Myself, I'm somebody. You get it? Yes. I'm somebody's child. Exactly. So it will also make you know that I don't need to be sleeping. I have to be on my seize every opportunity. Your mind will just be active. That's just it. Your mind will be active in whatever you're doing. So
with, I have a question. With paying yourself,
okay.
do you pay yourself from your profit? Or how do you pay yourself?
You have to take out expensive light bill, machinery services, and the likes of it. Depends on it. Then the profit.
You
Yes.
can pay yourself and
You pay
then
yourself.
pay the
Yes.
employees as well.
Yes. We don't feel like going home today. We've learned a lot. Seriously. I told ourselves it's just 1 hour 30 minutes, but I think the whole day, so no crafting today.
Can a crafter reject an order from a client?
There's this disclaimer I saw in one Vodafone office. At that time, they had an office at Post, and I found it very interesting. Not that they are new, when they are opposite ends. They used to be somewhere upstairs. I don't know if they still have it. They said that they put a disclaimer there that I can't say verbatim, I'm paraphrasing, that if you come into their space and then you sort of harass the worker, yes, the worker can refuse to attend to you. You know, maybe somebody has bought data or bought plate for board, but the thing is not working. Early in the morning, the person is waking up with anger, certain whatever, taxi or trotro or drugs with anger, then come to pour everything on the worker. Or maybe they've told you that they'll come and fix something in your house, and every time they keep postponing, they'll say that they can decline to attend to you. So you should be civil in your dealings with them, whoever they are rep. Yes. So once you go to their office, it's very odd that nobody shouts at anybody. So not two things, a lot of things. Maybe the notice is too short for you. So one thing I don't want to do is to disappoint a client. So I would rather not take it than to take it and disappoint you. And that will be a lasting memory about me in your head. It cannot be. So maybe the client is not willing to pay the amount that will allow you to also do the work in a certain way. Another thing is that the timing, you cannot deliver. Maybe it's a very complex work, and the person is telling you to deliver within like some few days or hours. You can't do it. And maybe sometimes, based on experience, you can see that this person will be a troublesome client.
How one? When you are praying, you ask God for the spirit of discernment. When we are praying, ask God for spirit of discernment. Some people from the first phone call or the first way, you always have that tiny thing telling you that this person is trouble, but you might want to look at the money. At the end of the day, you regret.
The brief facilitator that I was talking about, when the other kid, and I saw how the interaction was going, I knew in my heart, in fact, when it happened, I wasn't so surprised. I knew in my heart that something like that, but based on where the referral was
coming from,
it's no fraud. And no one below.
It happened.
Yeah, so sometimes, like my other business that I'm doing, one thing that I pray about a lot is scammers. Yes, so some of the customers can be very funny, but it's been how many months? It's been quite some time. By the grace of God, I've not encountered any funny person. Sometimes it's not even the client who is the right person. They can be very funny. So many things can happen. Like they'll have your package and then they'll go around, like they'll be telling you stories, or they'll go straight to their client and then they'll be showing screenshots of false payments and things. So it's like she said, prayer too is very important. In fact, pardon me, I did talk about the God factor. Yes, it's also very important. Yes, the God factor. Sometimes, because of this dealing with the kind of people that I've been able to relate with at a certain level, in the spaces that I have entered, I can't say everything here, but the God factor, the grace factor too is important. there are some people that on a normal day you can't walk up to them. You can't even get any form of access to them. But because of a fascinator, they will allow you into their bedroom. They have a fixed
Yes.
It happens. The sometimes they make up artists go like, oh, this particular they are like, she told you, do your job. Let him you understand? But some of them will say, I also have one lady, she does dress rehearsals. Before she steps out, on a weekend or like on a day that she has time, she will dress up maybe without the makeup and go, she will rehearse in her shoes. So I have to go and do the fascinator for her to rehearse. Yes, there are people who are orderly like that. It's serious. So I've also learned a lot of things that hey, I'm joking. I remember I went to one client's house and she gave me access to certain spaces. I tell when I came back, I want to clean my whole room like I want to Seriously. So because you don't want to disappoint, yes. So consider, in fact, as part of the assignment strategies, on what basis, like give yourself reasons why you would decline an order from a client.
Okay, she said something about the spirit of the selling. It makes me to remember an experience that want me to say that at times too when we are taking orders, we should, the way you said, we should not be too desperate.
Yes.
Because at times they will bring the order and it will be so tempting. But if we are not careful, because I remember, because I also do building, and someone called me, there was a night, so a man called me and he said he has a fashion house and they needed a builder.
Okay.
But I told him I don't need my space to go and work for them, but they have to bring it. But the first contract they wanted to give me was I have to come to their place because they have about, when we did the calculation, the clothes that were on ground for me to bid in that period was almost like 40,000 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
The money was so tempting, so I was not thinking straight. So it was, thank God I told my husband, and he was the one that told me that as for him, it's just what he's saying is black, the place is blank. So I should, it got to a stage I nearly called him an enemy of progress. That what is this? Why are you telling me to? He said, don't just go. Think. I said, okay. So because of that, I also prayed about the contract and the following, because of that, I relaxed and decided to make some investigations. I asked for their brand name. I realized they don't have a social media. So I said, the way you were talking about your brand, how can you be a big fashion as you called yourself and yet you don't have, you are not on social media? Okay, now you want to send me your address, you send me your location, you are describing. You said I should just take a car to so place, and then from there they will come and pick me. So that was how I decided not to go for the, and I realized that after then when I called the number, when he called, he started using different number. Did you see? So if not, I give thanks to my husband for calling me into order because the money then I was not thinking straight to say the fact that since then I became more careful. No matter the amount you are calling, I will first of all make sure, okay, let me know your phone. I'll go to social media to search if truly you are okay, I can see something. Then now, if it's a big contract, you come to my place first. Let me first see you. Let's sign something. If not, at times it's not all job that we have to take into.
Thanks. I've learned a lot today. As the saying goes, in the multitude of counselors, there is wisdom. So today, I've learned something. But my question is, how is it illegal that I've seen a headpiece somewhere and I want to craft the same thing, is it illegal? Or the social media, something like,
I think there's a whole legal. You can okay, so I'll give you a different aspect. We call things like intellectual property, copyright. In academics, the schools they call it plagiarism and stuff like that. So if you are copying somebody, it's two things. Like in academics, we have like quotations. So direct quotations, you put it in inverted commas, and then anybody who is conversant, like you read academic work, will know that this particular statement is not coming from you, but it's coming from somebody. And then you indicate the source, the person's name, the year, and even the page. Now, recently I learned that sometimes you have to indicate even paragraph and stuff. The paragraph and everything. So people are working tirelessly to create things. I mean, we all find ourselves in this place. We are all millionaires in Accra. This is just 20 of us. Or more, maybe 20 of us. And they have more people. And all our target market to some way, somehow. I mean, we all have our people, but we are looking for clients. We all want to make money. And people are working tirelessly behind the scenes to come up with their own designs. Aside that, even with music, they have copyright and stuff like that. Something. I mean, people have found themselves in court because they sample people's songs, and it has created problems. Obi had now sat down throughout and written a song. You know how difficult it is to write a song and sing it in 20 different ways. Then finally you say that the 15th one is the correct one. And then you add the beat. Even I need to even record. It's very expensive. The backup singers and everything. Then you come and put it out there. You put it out there for it to grow. That one too is another major project. Recently, I saw a lady on TikTok, some nice lady, fair, lamenting that towards Valentine's, she came out with a, she says, my Valentine's, just a few days ago, I heard her complaining that she created that sound. And she went somewhere, whether she traveled or something. By the time she came back, somebody had gone to register that sound. Wow. And then, so she was trying to say that when you are able to create something, you should, formalize it so that whatever profit that you have to make of it, you make. Say she, according to her, somebody had registered that sound. Now she doesn't have access to it. And then whoever uses it, I hear when you use the sound, like there's money making something about, so that person is making the money. And then she, the originator, is not making anything out of it. So she was throwing like a word of caution to all of us that if you seek to create something, and then even for her in future, when she creates something, she would proceed and register it. And same thing applies here. The fascinators, the clothing, even in designer wear and everything, it applies there. So I remember during an incident, there was a banter where one person was saying that the originator of the design registered it. I don't know where it ended. I think it followed to the latter. But that thing was the main question. That the person registered. If the person registered it, then it's like, if
when you register in Ghana, does that apply to someone who is outside the country?
So if you register it and then you copy it, you have to credit the originator.
So my question is, how then are you going to credit them? Because you have a customer.
You don't know where it's coming from.
That is what I wanted to say. Yes.
You don't know where it's
Like you said, it's not like
You just have to say it's not correct. You are not the one who did
No,
the
well,
main work. You are taking your inspiration from somewhere.
Before the person who did it for, the person who did it for people is not the originator.
Yes.
Yes, so you just have to state you are not doing the original way. You just have to state it. So the person in question will know that, okay, this work is not for you, but you are also taking it from somewhere. So as soon as you state it there, it applies to all the work, everything that you've done. That it's not, you are not the creator. It's
So in all your works, most of your works, you'll be writing.
not to be in trouble. If you are
If you think you are scared of maybe your fear and issue pertaining this design, then it's better not post. Or you add something to
Yes,
you
there
add
is
something.
something.
This is a bee. You can decide to put a lion.
becomes your own.
There's a father and the kid.
You put a bed on it.
So then, how then do you register? For instance, this facilitator that we are talking of, we all know she did it, and she's good at, and Apela is good at creating character. So how then do you
It's a
register?
whole procedure. It's a very
To register.
But his father was a chief bailiff, so
Oh, okay, so you can facilitate the process.
So now, for each pieces that is going to be
You
brand only, anything that comes out from it.
Everything It's a very sensitive area. We have overlooked a lot of things.
I mean, what if I post something, I will give you my logo inside.
Yes.
When you know, I even want to make something for you. The way you put your name inside your video, there's no way you can most like when I post the logo,
There's hack now. If they have removed you and even remove your hand from that way.
There are so many things going on. Sometimes, especially when I used to work corporate photo, I used to think, I can think of something. I'm not good at it. My spectrum is very bad, so the thing is in my mind. And I'm the only one who can see it. Yes. So I'll keep postponing, I'll do it. You see, and the inspiration that comes from God, if you don't do it, I don't. The only thing is that He doesn't give you deadline.
Sometimes I'll think of something before, and I'll delay in producing it. Before I realize, I'll see some people out there. Before I because share this idea and I delay on it.
During when I started with the advert, like the jingles, like an online thing, there's someone who was like, Nadella, you are fast. Like, you know, she even sent me a video. That, do you know, I made this thing exactly for Christmas. Wow. For our Christmas decoration in the house. And she told herself that this thing will make sense for Basnito, that one day she's going to try it. And lo and behold, she came online, and this is just what she said, that Nadella has turned it into a facilitator. She was like, damn! So when you delay in doing something, yes, the idea of it, because two people can reason the same. And once you don't post, you keep it in your gallery. And the other person, but when you now post, they say you can't copy yourself. You get it? It's going to copy yourself. So once the idea drops, execute it immediately. Sometimes I might be sleeping in the room, 2 a.m. The idea will just drop. I will see my sketch pad is always by my side. You see me, I'll wake up and I'll start sketching. I'll start sketching and immediately the next day you see me. If you go to my parking store, I have a lot of things I've bought. I'm even yet to like it's a whole lot. So my mom was like, Mommy, this machine you bought it, you never business. This tools you bought it, you never, I'm like, don't worry, it will come. And something will keep on prompting that when this person will now do this thing now, when you bring out your own, people will think you're now coming. So act fast. Act fast. So when the angel is distributing something, you just need to 5 people like
Because we are a lot, so we are all praying.
Yes.
We are all praying. They will come and drop it in you. And you are delaying. Take it out to the next person. Yes.
Okay, we'll take our last question, and it's always true. As soon as you say it, most gatherings like this are always wonderful. You learn a lot. You learn a lot. You have a lot of questions. So one more question or two. There's 2 more questions. Any other question? No question.
Excellent to the client, dealing with the difficult ones. It's like sometimes their wahala is just a bucket or a barrel. And it's like you don't deal with the situation well, and the person walks out and goes to paint you black. Meanwhile, she is the problem.
There are a whole lot of them. Most times, people like that, I put them in prayers. No, it's true because it's like, how many people do you want to explain to? So most times, situations like that, I just put it in prayer that God, Holy Spirit, visit the situation.
Okay, and there's this adage that the customer is always right. And you have that at the back of your mind. You definitely have patience. Just be patient.
Realistically,
That's
not
That one, it really applies to like, let's say if I'm selling you this phone, and I tell you this phone can do this, and I sell it to you. You are right, if I told you this product will give you this, and it's not giving it to you, that's the time that you are right. It is not.
Right? You're expecting.
But if you're expecting more and I didn't tell you this phone is going to be functioning in this way, then you are not right. Do you get it?
Like what she just said now, I remember someone I had an order to design bridal fan, and I have to design the headpiece that match with the bridal fan. And the person sent me a picture, and there is a bow tie in front of the baby, which I have to design. And the person quoted the price that their bridesmaids, this is their budget. So and I told them, okay, I'll do it. And the person didn't tell me to make the bow tie bigger or smaller. So I did exactly what I saw. But when it got to them, they are in Cape Coast, they said the bride said she expected and she was like shouting, and then the person who or the middle person was like, customer also said, I won't take that. That the customer would only be right if we had an agreement that I should make the bow tie. So look at my picture, look at what I did. It's the same thing. She should have told me she wanted it. They wanted to send the work back, but because of what I said, they used it. So
that's why I said that your final product, when you are going to
Deliver.
right,
Take a
it's like
picture.
the project work.
Yes.
That you're going to defend. But you're always ready for show. Right now I have 2 like fascinators. She saw it and then I told her that they used the original one. It looks like raw silk or leather. It's something fair. And somebody has done a copy work with feather. And then she said she likes the feather one.
okay.
But she also wants it to look fair. I told them that the feather will not be that fair. And sometimes by the time you finish fixing the feather, that looks a bit harassed, like what? So that client is not troublesome. I've done the feather and I've done the silk abaka one. And so when she comes, so it's not like now, it's not everybody that will be able to afford to do the 2. But I know what to do with the one that she will get. I know how to this person. So it's not easy, but one set of people that is difficult dealing with is people who are fussy and they don't know what they want.
Yes.
As they have come, they don't know. So it's like a major problem, issue that has arrived. So you need to find solutions. Whatever you send, she rejects. And then it's too much. She wants to look nice, so she wants to be noticed. But at the same time, if you give her something, people look at me. So it's very difficult. So sometimes I always like pray that God should give me the patience, and then she should also give me wisdom to be able to choose something that they would like. Another thing, there are some clients too that they are not troublesome. They are very okay. Whatever you do for them, they appreciate it. But they have, should I say, secretaries or assistants or advisors on the side. Those people, our secretary, when they are coming
I think that's not bad.
The woman can be the chef for me to be there is a style and a man who wore black beads like this. So she said she's going to Nigeria for wedding or whatever. So they are in group and they are beady. So when she brought hers and she chose the style, and then the slits too, she said she wanted something nice. So when I did it for her, it was nice and she was happy. When she went back,
The
secretaries, and then she got angry and decided not to pay. Yes, so one day that I was here, she has taken the cloth and has taken everything with the BB and has sent it. She will not pay.
And the disappointing part is that the advisors have no idea what the work entails. And it's not that as they criticize, they are even coming up with solutions that, oh, maybe this place is tilted. There's a hanging. I delivered the facilitator to a client and she went somewhere very posh, so she didn't want me to come there. She told me to go and wait for her somewhere. So she met me there, and then took the things to the office. When she got there, they were like, hey, what did you go for? And then there are people too, it's like they thrive on people's opinions. Yes. They are not confident about their choices. They thrive on people's opinions. Then she showed it to them. I don't know if it was bush feathers. Yes. So she told that she would put it on an Alice band. Oh, I did this.
Yeah.
I was there, and then she was like, Victoria, have you gone far? Please turn around and come and take this. Right? I'm saying that her colleagues are saying that particular fascinator is looking like a layer, like a like sometimes the fascinating, sorry, the comments that you hear, it can break you. It can break you for like a week. It's like how can somebody even think of such a thing?
And we're specific about it.
Yeah. You know how layers are like, So I went for it. I was just thinking, I was trying to convince this lady. She doesn't even trust. Like she trusts what's there. So I took it back. There's this other, just a somebody commented. There's this group. They are from a very, I told them I'll take their other thing. I have to be careful. Some of the comments that you will hear about, and sometimes it's just about the payments. Yes, pay. The other thing too was that particular group, their leader is my friend, and then she gives. There's a particular time of the year that they all make facilitators. And about, is it 15 or 12 of them? So like, for a long time, every year I was the one making it for them. Not the person who was passing the hateful comments. She has somebody that she wants to take the contract. And so that's why I'm saying that sometimes you should use the feedback just as data. Don't take it personal. Only for one day, so we did that with somebody died, and then they wanted to wear like a black and then that the person who died had like a signature flower that she used to wear. So they wanted me to recreate it for all of them so that they wear it to the funeral. And that day was when that particular person decided to flare up and, as we say, dragon, like she started confessing. why must I be the person who is always doing it for them? She has somebody who can equally do it and even do it better. So that was when I understood it. So can you imagine if I had quit Misery because of that? It was all because she wanted to take the contract for someone. So that was it. From there.
Like your sister said, you said something, some of you will come and look you over. So what of sometimes somebody you know,
Yes.
maybe you share the person, she like nice things. Then the person calls you, oh, I needed this because you are free with the person. Not that he's a friend. You didn't know that the person can disappoint by not giving you the money. So the person ordered for the thing that I'm somewhere, please, my brother will come and take this thing. I want this. My mother is using for a program. They came and took they negotiated the price, everything. The person came and took the thing. The thing has gone. Money has not come. When you call, oh, I'm at class, I will send you.
You see the other side of.
So such a person, if in case tomorrow or the next time she comes to order, can you choose not to?
So it's two things. Either you take your money back and proceed with the order, or you can decline. Because, in fact, business, it has revealed another side of it. That sometimes when I reflect, I go like, hey, it has made me bold. It has made me a bit of no nonsense. And then when it comes to my money, I remember one thing. I chased somebody for my money. My husband was like, he sold the car to someone. That's why the person has refused to. So he gave the person's number to. In fact, there was this day that a lady, my husband's, should I say, like a lady that he works with, ordered the fascinator was like, I give it to my husband to go. And then, no, she paid, she gave the money to my husband. And then it's one thing after the other, like, not that he spent, like, he forgot. And so, that night he came late. And he left very early the following day. And I called actually, where's my money? He said, you are behaving as if I won't come. Whatever it is, I'll come. Your money is safe. I'll bring it to you. But you, after I was like, the way you are attacking me for my money,
I'm not coming back.
I'll let somebody's owing you, you give the person's number to me. Hey, there are some people that they think you are shy of them. So based on, they capitalize on that. And based on that, when they do things, hey, the way I will change, unless I'm not interested or I've decided not to follow. But sometimes for some reasons, like, I just want you to know that this thing, you can't manipulate me like that, or you can't take me for granted, can't take myself for granted. I'll chase it to the ladder. Sometimes the money is not a lot, I'll let you pay, I'll chase it. Exactly. And that this is my work. You can't disrespect it.
Once it's something you're crafting with your hand,
I think my question is dealing with family versus your clients that you deal with them. Can you charge your family the same prices you are charging your customers?
Yes. It depends. So two things. There are times that there are some projects that like you just want to do it. Like my auntie's birthday, she needs to wear a facilitator. I just want to do it to her, make it for her for free. That's different. But sometimes they will approach you with a business mindset. God bless my aunties and my cousins who are that for me. But they all approach with that business mindset. Instead of us taking the money somewhere, rather bring it to you. Whatever you charge them, they will pay. But unfortunately, I've also come across people who say that their family members don't want to pay, or if they want to pay, they want to pay them. So it depends on the relationship you have with the person.
And some too, when it's a major project for them, Instead of bringing it to you,
You'll take it
you take it outside.
That is where you have to step forward.
Yes.
So I think we should be able to draw a line.
Yes.
Such that possibly you make up your mind that if it is family, you will charge possibly 80% or 70%. Then if it's a client, it's 100%. If you draw that line, they know. Maybe people they come and someone might come for
My
free.
job is 600, and you are a family. I will let you know the original price. That is all. If I now tell, this is the original price, but this is what I'm giving you because we are family. So if you like, go. If you like, stay. You understand?
Yes, so I believe when you do that timeline, with time, every family member will understand their good.
And there's something I always say is you need to step up your craftsmanship. You understand? So sometimes people like, oh, why should I buy a course? People are not, I've bought courses from you, I've not practiced it. Why will you buy a course you won't practice? You get it? Sometimes you don't even, you might not have a client, just like the samples we are talking about, but you know you can do this thing. So create it, post it. I once had December time, I was full, like we are saying, rejecting orders. Rejecting order has been a thing for me now. Like I can reject 10 orders. Not because I want to reject it, because we are fully booked. I know my capacity because I don't want to disappoint. And once they know that this is your hallmark, you don't disappoint. You get it? So I will tell you, we are fully booked. There's even one, I have to resend that money. She sent me, before I woke up in the morning, she has sent me the money. I forwarded it back to her. Yes, I forwarded it back to her. If I can subcontract, I do. I subcontract works to people that I trust. You get it? But if I can't, I'll say the time frame, I'll call, can you know? No, I'll tell you, no, I can't do it. You get it? So rejecting orders has been not because I don't want to do it, but because of the time frame. I don't want to disappoint. Then December time was a very hot one for me. In fact, I couldn't breathe. Christmas Day, I was in the studio. My husband was like, what kind of work is this? Like Christmas Day, people are enjoying with their family. See you. You've not even taken your bets by this time. Yeah, crafting. And at the time it was like, how much is it? Let me give you the money. Return it to the woman. We don't, in fact, yeah, I like, it's not the money. This woman has trusted me to deliver this thing to her. You get it? Then December was hot. A particular client, September, we started talking about her order. She was like, she's coming, she's from in UK. She's coming to Ghana for a very big wedding. We've been talking about this order. She has sent me shoes, sent me clothes, sent me colors and everything. We finalized. I've given her price and everything. I didn't hear from her again. And because of my busy schedule, maybe I have to start learning how to do it. I did not even check back on her. How far now? When are we starting? Because you must pay me at least 80%. So that I can't start, I have a lot in my head. I can't start dragging you, please. My money. My money. Oh, no. I don't know how to drag people for money. So if I've taken my 80%, let it just be that at least I've covered for my materials, I've covered for electricity and everything. So I did not check back on this woman. December, she came in, 3 days to go. She called me. My order, how far? I need it in 3 days time. I say, mommy, we are fully booked. I can't do it. She said it's not possible. I said, I can't do it, ma. She said, like, Nabella, it's me. And seriously, she's one of my biggest clients. I can't. You can say, ma, this one, if I stretch myself, I might die. Yes, I told her. Because I was shocked. My workers were leaving here like 9 o'clock. There are some things I do ghost to work for some companies. So I don't post it. So sometimes you might think we are not busy. But we are extra. Yesterday we left this place 9:25. Things had to leave to UK today. So we are ghost workers for some companies. You get it? So the woman talked. I told her, and that was the end. She just, I saw what she wore. I think she got from a vendor. I was like, it's still nice. Then January, Zinabol came. She called me. She's one of the smokes. It's even 3. She has taken 1. She's telling me, because she's an event planner. So she gets a lot of orders. So she told me she's here to send me the address, but she has been at full payment. So if the thing has to sleep here 1 day, I'm not bothered. As long, and I won't even call. You understand? She's the one that I'm waiting for you whenever you're ready. But she told me that this is what I was driving to. She said the reason why she came, that she told her that day that thing I did, it hurt her, that it broke her heart. You understand? But the only reason why she's coming back to me is that I always have something new to deliver. Your designs are always like, always new, always fresh, that this she has not seen it before. So that's why she's coming back. So let me don't do shakara scene, but she's really pained with me. So that's why I say you should give them a reason to come back to you. You get, why will they want to go to a bigger brand when they have something big? Maybe they are going to Mahama's wedding or something, they will not know. So put yourself in that place. Not when they are not going for maybe children party, where people will not see them too much. It's now you, they will not remember. But when they want to go to Mahama's daughter's wedding or a very big function, they will not start. So you have to upgrade yourself. You understand? To get to that level. Get to that level. When you don't even have orders, create something. Display, post. So people will know your capability. Not that, oh, I've not gotten an order for it yet. That is why I've not done the, I'm not buying the course yet. Or I'm not doing the training yet. So that's just it.
Sometimes you have to be intentional.
Yes.
Intentional is like position yourself in a certain way, intentional. Because like what she was saying, when they are going to places that they think is important, significant, then they know where to get their stuff. And then normal days. So I noticed that there was this lady who was using it like one day just occurred to me that if she needs to spend money to get a fascinator, she knows where to get it from. But when that fascinator is faulty or it's not made the way she wants it, so she brings it to me to correct it. Or when she has gold fascinator, she brings it to me to correct it. And okay, sorry. So one day it occurred to me, I'm like, but I know what to do. And so she bought the things. I said, okay, this is how much it will cost to correct it. I'm very busy now. And truly, I was busy. I couldn't have gone out of my house that very moment. And she needed it. So I directed her to Abeka. Send your help to go to Abeka to buy these DVDs. When you go, if you even mention my name, they'll take care of it and bring the things and correct it for me. That was the end. That was the end of all those things. So sometimes be very intentional. I didn't insult you, I wasn't rude to you. I just laid down, especially when I noticed that this lady could actually afford to buy fascinated. Before I thought that, oh, and
okay, so Victoria, your last closing remark. Yes.
So first of all, I want to say thank you for your attention. Maybe to sorry. Father, forgive me. Have mercy. I want to thank God for this very moment. We planned this about exactly a year ago.
Yes.
It never happened. This particular meeting, it didn't happen. But here we are. It has come to pass by the grace of God. We are still alive in health and strength. I thank Him that He made it possible today. I also want to thank Nabella for the recognition, for inviting me and allowing me the space to even trust and believe that I could come and share something useful and productive in all of you. I also thank you for your attention and all your contributions. And we see each other in the future. It's not.
So I've tagged her in the Crown Creative Instagram, so go follow her there. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless so much.
Thank you. God bless you.
All right, so today, no practicals. Yes, so tomorrow.
This is also
Yes, this is. Yes, I'm coming. I will announce it. Please don't go yet. Those who have gone, please let them know that the assignments, which is the main thing. Now we are playing. We are just knowing ourselves and the likes of the competition. The heat has not started. We're meant to submit on Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
The write-up. But please, let's make it Friday. This Friday. Yes. The reason I don't know what people are bringing, what you want.
Okay.
So that by Saturday, if it's something I have to start sourcing out for myself, I have to start looking for it. Because if you bring it Monday, because I'll be here, I won't be able to go ahead and to source the thing. Yes, please.
Is it what we have done so far?
No. I told you all the things I'm teaching you, even the talk, and it's just a freebie. Nigeria. I said it's a hair. It's Jara. It's just something like I want the hair. It's a Jara, so that those 10 that will be going home will not lose totally. Everybody's a winner.
Some of us will not sleep.
You get what I'm saying? So that at least the 20 people will craft, only 10 people will pick for the main competition. You get it? So that at least you've learned 1, 2, 3, you've networked. The main purpose of the 20 coming together in a house is to network. Because assuming we are going straight up to the main competition, we won't have time to know who this person is because they are going. But here, we sit down, we craft together, we laugh, you share. I think there are some people that don't know each other here before. Most people here don't even know you. I think only 4 or 5 people from here like this. I don't think. I think I've met you once or twice. Most people here, I don't know them. Even till now, I'm still trying to. I will always refer back to the picture. Okay, it's crafts. Is this person's name? Is this person's name? You get it. So you just to network, know ourselves. So your main competition is not even regarding what we've done yet. Think outside the box. And remember, you have 1 hour, 30 minutes. So whatever you're thinking, you fall within that time. You get it? 1 hour, 30 minutes. So whatever you need for your creativity, write it down. If you need glue, if you need broom, if you need if you need shovel, if you need whatever you need, please, umbrella, state it out for me, please. Because once you submit it, and during the crafting, because you have a stand, this one now is your brand name will be showing. It's 10 people. 1, your brand name is showing, and you see this thing they use for wedding reservation. Your brand name will be on it. The crafting. Your used to be here. Now that's when you feel the heat. You see them lined up like this. Yes, they'll be watching you, and these people are millionaires. People in the fashion industry. So you'll be watching all, you'll be seeing how you are scattering yourself and everything. Yes. So 1 hour, 30 minutes to craft. After 1 hour, 30 minutes, if you have unfinished work, you pack up. Time stops, so the next people will come. You label your stuff in. Then on Friday, that's when the score will be announced. Because why? We have to compile the judges and the voting. The voting is 40%. The judges score is 60%. So those who are not voting yet, probably they don't want to move to the next stage. Like they told themselves they don't need the next stage. But I will tell you, chances you never can tell. You never can tell. You get it? And one thing I always say is, you might not even be the winner. But someone out there is watching. I saw right now I was streaming on TikTok. Somebody told me I want to sponsor 7 people something. I need to go back to that message. That I'm streaming, I'm watching you live from the UK. You can go to TikTok, the comment is there. I'm watching you live from TikTok. I would like to sponsor 7 people. I didn't finish reading the comment. I'll go back and revisit it. You get it? People are watching. It's a big platform. It's just that Sika is not there plenty. You would have boosted, but this is a maiden edition. And my prayer is there will be season 1, there will be season 2, there will be season 3. So, amen. Always, yes, it's always we make our mistakes, yes, and the likes of it. I think we should be proud. We are the number 1. Ever. First ever reality show. First participators. And you people are the first set. It's a thing of pride. You get it?
It's coming from Ghana.
And it's coming from Ghana. Wow. You get it? So please, Friday,
submit what you need. And once you call me and start crafting, don't tell me I forgot to buy you, I forgot to write you a shoe. I'll say, is this still waiting?
Oh, my daughter is not around to because she doesn't have access to my code.
All right, so that's all, okay? All right, so thank you so much. We appreciate you. Tomorrow is another day for crafting. All right, bye.
Amen.